Hit the. Let me mute that real quick. Okay. All right. Since Art installed and nobody else is streaming, I guess my ass will be streaming tonight. Just got off work, folks. Bit of a long day. So we are going to be gaming a little bit. What's up, Prince Zachariah? What's going on with you? Hope you're doing good tonight. Go ahead, drink some water real quick. Haru the Apocalypse, what's good with you? What's up, BGS? Nothing, man. I didn't see nobody on tonight, so I just decided to just sit up and talk about whoever wants to get on. So whoever wants to get on, we can play. I was just gonna play some games and whatnot. That's about it. But we could talk about the amazing doofus or talk about anything else. If you guys want to get up on the stream while I play games and we can all talk. It's just it's barbershop day. I will be doing a Coliseum tomorrow on my channel. Because I'm off tomorrow. So whenever I get done with all the stuff I gotta do Saturday, I will be doing the Coliseum at regular scheduled time. Unless you guys want do the Coliseum a little bit early, I could do that too. I mean, like I said, I'm off all day, so whatever you guys want to do is fine. Yeah, it's just a kickback, man. Like I said, I just got off work, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just trying to relax. I ain't trying to do all that fighting shit tonight. So relax, have fun, joke, laugh. You want to talk about serious stuff, you can. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the link just in case someone wants to get on and talk some shit, have some fun, talk about whatever. I still need to get with you, BGS, on the Mohawk conference. Once I figure out what my schedule is tomorrow, we can schedule a date so we can record because that's probably a little bit overdue. But like I said, there goes the link. Hey, you want to get on? Get on. Other than that, got to figure out what I want to play. I know Rashid from Street Fighter 6 is coming out in 2 days. So I'm looking forward to that. What game are you playing? You know what? I'll leave it up to you guys. What you guys want to see? I can share my Steam profile real quick. Hold on. I can show my Steam profile.
All right. Let me see if my mic's working good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Since he's playing. Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Let me mute some. Sorry.
No, all right, you good?
Yeah, depending what games do you have available on your Steam right now? You have like 100 games?
I ain't got 100.
Steam has free games. I played the Mega Man. What do you call it? That it's like a different version, Ultimate Universe Mega Man for free. That was the only game I played on Steam. It's pretty good. Surprised they stopped making the Mega Man X series. It should continue. I think surprisingly.
Yeah, the only thing that I have not figured out is how to put audio here so you guys can hear from my desktop. Because if I do it the other way, it's not going to look as good.
You think of getting a splitter?
I think I know how to do it, but I have to get me a male-to-male audio jack so I can take it from my monitor and then hook it up to my mixer. I might do something like that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one dude said GTA Online. Yeah, maybe you should look into that. Yeah.
I don't have GTA on my PC.
Oh shit, man. Okay.
Like I said, I can show my Steam account. Hold on.
One guy says Street Fighter 2. That's a little too old.
I can play that. I got what you call Fight Key.
Unless you're playing a mod version of Street Fighter 2, then yeah, you could probably go ahead.
Let's see. What's up, Neyman?
I'm chilling. How y'all doing?
I just got off
good
work,
to see you again.
so I'm just chilling.
How was your shift?
And it was all good. Got a lot of stuff done, so.
Well, as long as you're progressing and getting things done, yeah. All right.
All right, so this is my Steam. This is my Steam account.
Okay.
So I got.
You got Guilty Gear. Oh, snap.
I got Street Fighter 6, Dragon Ball Fighters. I got Bright Memory Infinite, Eastern Exorcist.
Okay.
Guilty Gear HD Poker. I got.
Is that the last version, the new version of Guilty Gear that came out? What's it? 2?
Stride, yeah.
Okay, well, nah.
Aliens Fire Team, Batman Arkham Origins, Battle Chasers Night War, Battlefield 4, Binary Domain, Black Squad, Blade Arxis, Blade Fury.
Hey, I was wondering, how is the DSX game? How is that? I never seen that gameplay.
The
DS. DS. I think I pronounced it right. DS. X. EX.
Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Deus Ex is what he means.
Oh, Deus Ex. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Can you run that, like, for a second, if possible?
Okay. I'm just going through my games.
While everybody else is thinking of a game, man, let me see how that gameplay is.
Control, Cloudpunk, Deus Ex, DNF a Duel. Like I said, Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Mark for Breath, or Death, sorry. Drug Dealer Simulator. Dust, the Illusion Tale, Echo, Eve Online, The Evil Within, Far Cry Primal.
Oh, I remember that. Have you played the sequel to Evil Within?
No, I have not. I
wonder if they got Shenmue 3 on Steam Deck. Shenmue.
Yeah,
they have it up here. Hell's Blade, Katana Zero, Icy. Kung Fury is pretty funny. I have not played Guardians yet. I need to still play that. Metal Gear Rising. That's a hype game.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good game.
The Murder of Sonic.
Metal Gear Solid, right?
Yeah, Metal Gear Rising. That's what
writing thing.
PC builder.
Shout out to Konami on that one.
See that. Yeah, so I got a lot of games. So I'll try Deus Ex for a little bit.
Oh, you got Tekken 7.
And you also got Street of Rage. Yeah, that's another game.
Streets of Rage. Street of Rage,
yes. Thank you.
Plural, okay.
Where's
Deus Metro.
Yeah, it don't make no sense to buy a PS4 though. If all this got a Steam Deck, but that's not workable. I got a desktop, but still. My concern is
for those of us who don't have a PC, it makes sense.
What's up, D Scott? What's up, Detroit 313? Just downloaded Batman Arkham Origins.
Scotty!
He says, I have an Xbox. What's your tag? I don't have Xbox.
Better reach out to Mrs. Z on that one. Or AB Media. Because AB is Xbox. Is Xbox.
I mean, since Street Fighter 2. Sagat, yeah. He should be coming up. Oh, okay.
What, Sagat kind of game?
What type of what they call it, Muay Thai costume they're gonna put Sagat in for Street Fighter 6?
Who knows?
I wonder if he's gonna look like how can I say this? That's gonna be tricky.
Be like the traditional trunks? You mean like the traditional trunks that they wear in Muay Thai? Like the Fairtech gear?
I mean, they have so many variants of him with his Muay Thai preparation.
He says, does PC cost more than all together? Hold on. It just depends. Detroit. If you are PC is worth it because you can have a gaming system and you can use your PC for other things. Like I said, I use my PC for playing games, streaming, doing content creation. So having an expensive PC is worth it for me.
Yeah.
You can actually build you a decent PC gaming machine for like $700, and it'd be pretty top tier.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, as long as you're playing like
If you got the right
1080p,
stuff.
yeah. If you're just playing 1080p and all just all you want to play is games on your PC, you don't need to build like a beast like I did. So let's
You know what you're doing? That is actually the right price range. I had mine built by a special friend, and I roughly spend roughly over 700, but it's worth it.
Well, of course, because you had somebody else do it for you instead of building yourself. So
but basically if you're just
secondly,
building a PC just to like I said, if you ain't streaming or anything, just play games, you ain't gonna
Does
cost you
PC cost more than altogether? If you know what you're doing, it's going to cost you a grip. You buy it straight from the store, it's going to be expensive. But if you know how to build it, or you know someone,
never buy a pre-built PC unless you are getting it from a reliable source. Especially don't buy a PC for Walmart. Damn it.
I mean, depends on like if you're going to like Best Buy something like that, you got to know. This is where having a good rapport with the sales folks comes in handy because like they could hook you up with even in fact like these brick and mortar stores, they have they have online stores as well. So if they don't have it in stock in the store, they can probably hook you up through the online store, like what's available, what's not available. So that's if you have a good connection with them. So in my case, I'm interested.
Now you said what card I'm running a 6700 XT. So last year's AMD mid-range card.
What type of SSD setup do you have?
I have 64 gigs of RAM, running at 3200 speed.
Excellent. I got how many RAMs I got? I got like 3240 gigs on this one.
Yeah, I got 64 gigs of RAM. I got a Ryzen 5900X. I got a big old Be Quiet for the CPU. 6700 XT. Got an Elgato streaming card, and I got pretty good motherboard. So I spent a good grip on this.
Yeah.
I gave my old PC to my friend.
What's your views on gaming laptops?
I don't have a gaming laptop.
PC or laptop for gaming. No, what's your view on it if you have one?
PC's more well, if something breaks on your PC, you just swap it out. Laptop, you gotta get a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Or get it fixed or get it fixed or something like that. If you know some people can hook you up with that.
Yeah, I'd rather
especially like I said, you bought it from a good source or a good website or brick and mortar store.
Man, it's taking a long time. What's going on?
But then again, speaking of which, since we're talking about since I brought up SD cards, you guys mentioned 64 gigabytes of storage. What about your phone?
Oh, storage? No, that's my RAM.
Oh, the RAM. Storage. Yeah. What about storage? Because I remember asking you an SSD card. What type of SSD card you're using?
I got a Western Digital SSD.
Good one.
And that's I think 2 terabyte. I got an 8 terabyte Western Digital hard HDD drive for all my storage, mechanical drive.
And then hard drive?
No, it's not it's an internal. Yes, 8 terabytes.
Okay, external. Okay.
No, internal.
Oh, internal. Okay.
And I got a M.2 2 terabyte.
All right. Western Digital is a good brand, by the way. I mean, under them, you also have Seagate and SanDisk.
Well, I just choose Western Digital. They've never failed me. So.
Oh no, I get what you're saying. But like some of us like who are gamers and whatnot, console gamers. Seagate, which is who is a subsidiary of Western Digital, they got the good shit for us. I mean, we discussed it one time with AB and whatnot. They even have
What is going on?
Why? I think it's loading up. It's taking too long to load up. Or it could be the connection on your end.
Nah, it's still loading. I did benchmark to see what kind of benchmarks I would get on this.
Excuse me.
Now the 8 terabyte dar is just for content creation. I keep all my videos and stuff up there. I do not have any porn on this computer.
No, you need to keep that on a. You need to keep that on a external hard drive or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I would know.
Well, while this loads up, I'm just gonna do that. I don't know why it's taking so long.
Shit happens.
Maybe it's stuck. Nah, I try.
I don't reset.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Cause it's taking way too long. You may have to.
Yeah, that's taking too long. Is it because you're running? No, I shouldn't do that because you have a lot of RAM. You should be good. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, I haven't played this game in a while, so who knows? It might be. Sometimes when you get games on PC, they might be dead.
Can you try another game? See, it might be.
Well, I mean, when's the last time you updated it? Because sometimes they need to have a file update or something like that. Unless I'm thinking out my ass. The consoles are different from PC.
They are. Okay, now it froze. What the hell? So something was definitely wrong. I can't even get my other screen up. Let me reset my computer. Something might have, because I've been had to do updates all day today before I went to work. So maybe something's going on.
Yeah. Some of those updates need require resetting. Maybe that's what it is.
So I'll be right back. Let me reset my computer real quick.
All right. I'll just be talking shit here with Chaos. Probably annoy the fuck out of him, just like the older brother would. But what was I gonna say? Last conversations being what they are. Chaos. Chaos. Anybody there?
Be a science.
We can hear you, dude.
You hear me? Yeah. Oh, is he there?
Yeah, I was wondering where you were.
No, I'm trying to set up a show on my channel. I'm trying to think of something. A title.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Cause
think out loud, huh?
You could say that a bit. I mean, it's more than thinking out loud. It's just mic is on, so not like I just keep it whispering. So, interesting thing about
I think out loud a lot of times.
Doing content is very tedious. I've always got to think of how to come up with a title.
Oh, I mean, it's a full time commitment when you think about it.
This is part time.
Who do it full time.
Yeah. You could say it's full time. Was mostly part time for me, but you could say that.
Well, not everybody can do this full time.
I mean, some people do it full time. I mean, if they know what they're doing, I mean, they make some out of it. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to do it full time. You have enough to lose.
I mean, it wouldn't. I know. I'm just saying that because you probably have a busy schedule your own yourself, right?
Yeah, my schedule is I keep myself somewhat busy.
Yeah. So at times, you can't always be there, but when you can, sometimes it just affects the quality of it. Or maybe it's just like, because you don't have enough time to do it, sometimes it's better take for example, sometimes you want to put out a video, but it's better to delay it because maybe it's better to re-edit it.
Yep.
And then put it out later when it comes back, because it might come out better than if you had put it out initially.
Mm-hmm.
because you might have had it like you might have not you might have missed something when you were editing the first time, or there was something or you need to rewrite because something came up.
Well,
So
since you mentioned at the editing process, editing at times is usually the easier part out of everything instead of just do it straight there live in effect. Because usually when you have to edit, you always gotta think what you want on there for the final cut. And sometimes you might be pleased when you put out, and sometimes you might not be pleased. But at the end, it's the people's choice on how they view the content once it's put out there.
Oh, absolutely. I bet that
We could be our harsh critic, but it's only the people are the judge if they like it.
Our own worst critics, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be our own worst critics, but at the same time, it's like also like the timing of when you put it out there.
Yes.
Certain things may not be receptive at a particular time,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe given or when you put it out, something else might be catching the eyes of other viewers, catching the eyes of viewers at that time.
I had to do an update to OBS, so maybe that was it.
It was an update, right?
The Red Pill Bowl. I forgot you were a Taurus.
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm a zany Virgo.
Hey, your date should be coming up
in about a month or so, but before then I got to also contend with my father's because this is 4 days before mine.
Yeah, because this is Leo season right now.
Yeah, for all the lions.
No, we're still in Cancer.
Yeah, we're still in Cancer until Sunday.
Yeah, because still Cancer, still technically. But speaking of which, Snowman, on Friday he celebrated his birthday, turned 51.
Mm-hmm.
And the irony is, he's a Cancer survivor, but his zodiac sign is Cancer.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
There's some motherfucking shit. Are we allowed to cuss? Or we're not?
I don't care.
Alright, fuck it. Fuck, motherfucker, shit, fuck, who's that? And it's not. Good night. Mother Florida, or does Eddie Murphy said back in '87.
Let's see if this.
Are all the updates done?
Yeah, I'm going through it, make sure everything's working good.
Yeah.
That's all.
Speaking of gaming, back when everybody was console gaming, back like up until like PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, original Xbox, or even Dreamcast. Don't you miss those days when you could just play a game for the first time, and there wouldn't have to be a day one patch to download or install?
Yeah.
Or installs afterwards, update installs afterwards. Because back then, you had to have the game completed, change and everything. You would always find certain glitches. In fact, there was some fun in trying to find glitches in the game.
Back in the days, man.
So, yeah, we can say back in the days. It's been like 20. I mean, PS2 is like 23 years old, and it's still the best-selling console of all time.
So there might be something wrong with Deus Ex. I may have to re-download it.
Okay, it probably needs an update.
It might need an update. Exactly.
I think I might just need to re-download it because it's acting funny. All right, so I gotta go back out again. I'll be right back.
All right, do your thing.
All right. My younger brother played Deus Ex, only he played it on PS3. Borrowed it from a friend once. Got to see the gameplay and everything. It's kind of like, because the protagonist in that game is called Adam Jensen. I'm trying to understand it. It's like a cross between Cyberpunk and Detroit Becomes Human. Because the protagonist is part human and part machine. But it's kind of like an apocalyptic kind of scenario. it always seems like they're trying to condition us for. I mean, video games are media, but sometimes it seems like not feel, but it seems like, and it actually is, they're trying to condition us for
Mm-hmm.
upcoming scenarios or some shit like that. I mean, you look at Demolition Man, that movie in '94 that came, 1994 that came out.
It actually came out in '93.
Yeah, 93, 94, like it was.
Yeah.
93. And I remember just like all the political correctness that was in that game. You see it
Mm-hmm.
come to fruition now. Of course, the franchise wars aren't what it. The franchise wars are still at it.
Did you ever
Mm-hmm.
feel like they created demographics, or just curious about the me or you know? I've never seen it, and I haven't filled nothing out, so I don't know. I ain't gonna fill nothing out either. If it's in my Google email, then I don't know.
Ah,
Okay,
who
this
wants to?
this
I
game
want to
works.
feel it. Hopefully.
Doo-doo.
Do-do-do. Da-da-da. Ah, what's
Virtual
what's one particular game you guys hate having to play online on?
a game that has bad um fucking internet shit. It's very fucking laggy. Any game like that.
You ever heard of a lag boost?
What's that?
A lag boost.
Nah.
It's this device that that certain guys can get. You can acquire like on Amazon or online or whatnot. And what it does is when you're playing online, when you're playing an online game, playing the online game. I've had this experience playing either UFC or Konami's Pro Evolution Soccer. The dude on the other end, for some reason, he, he has this thing called lag boost, and he has to flick the switch. And what it does is on my end, I get a lag in the feed and everything. So it temporarily like for like a couple of seconds it just causes a pause in the game for me.
Well, they got this thing called Parasect.
And
Parasect, if you got like a real game that's real bad about lag, Parasect is like a peer to peer, so it has like excellent advantage on your frames when you're doing
no,
online.
these guys are purposely no guys. What they do is like when you're playing one on one online, when you're playing against other random players, they always hit this switch on their console that causes a lag on your end, which gives them an
Uh,
unfair advantage. It's
uh,
like kind of like a temporary scramble on your end.
well,
It's a
people,
problem, especially if you've been playing.
yeah, people be
Oh, go ahead.
cheating. No, I said people be cheating.
Oh,
So,
people. I mean, this has been a huge problem in the case of with EA. I can think of it with the UFC games. If you're playing Ultimate Team, if you're playing Ultimate Challenge, not the single World Championship,
and people be probably
they've
doing
had
that
this
on every
problem.
game, especially fighting games or
Oh,
anything competitive.
fighting
So,
game, anything competitive. I've seen this. This has happened to me a few times. I just try to avoid those aspects of the game. And when it does, fortunately, like well, Konami, fortunately, when that happens, you're able to report and let them know what happened, specifically what happened, and they're doing what they can to prevent the lag boost. If you can just ID their, in my case, it says I'm on on PlayStation. I just have to give them their
alright.
PSN handle and
Mars says,
notify
"What?
specifically
What's
what
up, dude? What are your thoughts on the Fire Emblem series?" I'll be honest with you, I've never played Fire Emblem. Never had a chance to play it, so I don't have a thought on it. Thoughts on Mortal Kombat 12? You mean Mortal Kombat 1 or Mortal Kombat 12?
means Mortal Kombat 1, maybe.
Well, I guess.
MK12 hasn't coming out. Or MK1 is Mortal Kombat 12.
Well, that's what I'm trying to clarify what he means by that.
Yeah.
Get my ass kicked. I'm trying to answer questions.
So you handle your shit. I'll just chop it up with Chaos here.
Yeah.
Chaos, what was your first gaming system
For me,
growing up? Yeah, what was your first?
my first game system or first game?
Your first gaming system and first game. First gaming console was a console. Or PC?
That's a very much good.
Whoa! Why do you have to be that high when I ask that question? You're like, lower the helium shot you take, man. You need some bass in your voice. Just teasing.
I'm trying to think. What was my first gaming system? That's I have to really think hard on that one. I will have to say, from what I remember, it's maybe no, actually, I'm certain it's Nintendo. Yeah, it's Nintendo.
Nintendo what?
Then NES. The 1985. Well, it's actually not that. What was is that?
Yeah, the original NES.
No. I didn't really have the original. I have like the other version of the NES. You know, when you push the cartridge inside, not like you open it up and slide it inside the machine, close it.
Did it look like a cube? Did the console? Do you put a CD in it, or was it a game cartridge?
Like like how like the 64, like how you put your cartridge inside, like Super Nintendo model, like you put it in on top. I have the NES that you can put on top.
That's a Super NES. That's Super
no. I had the Nintendo. It was like remodeled. Okay, they go through different versions.
Okay, so he says, I guess he means the new one. The new one looks good. I just saw the DLC they got for it. They're gonna have Omni-Man and Homelander in it. So that.
Okay. Mine was like an Atari, but then I went to this is 92, this is 91, 92 here, folks. Mine was an Atari, but then we just got a Super Nintendo. And I remember the first games I ever played was Super Mario World, of course, but the other game was Home Alone.
Oh, you mean for Super Nintendo? Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. That was the first game I had, Home Alone.
Was the Home Alone one? Did you liked it? Was it hard to play? I think that I played for Super Nintendo.
Yes, sir.
It was okay, but it was my younger brother who played mostly Home Alone. There was a friend of ours, he had Home Alone too. We never got a chance to play, but I borrowed from my best friend. I was able to borrow. We were able to get a hold of his copies of Street Fighter 2 Turbo and the original Mortal Kombat. And anytime I went over to his house, we were playing that stuff. But I remember none of us got a hold of because we were all big into WWE back then, or WWF in the early '90s. Yeah. None of us got a chance to try a Super WWF Super WrestleMania, which was the first game for Super NES. But I did get a chance to get Royal Rumble. He had Raw. Raw was a good game.
Raw was a good game.
Raw was a good game. Yeah, but one built off the other. They were building off the other, and this is back when Acclaim was running things, but through their subsidiary LJN.
The one
thing I remember back then.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
The one thing I did not like when Acclaim took they stopped making that version of the 2D Raw, and they went and did this little funny arcade version of it, and eventually they found some actual developers.
Yeah, I remember.
And they found some real developers to really make Warzone back in when Warzone came out? 97? I think it came out 97.
Warzone came out in 98.
Was 98? Oh yeah, I think you're right, because
Warzone came out in 98, and then
I think you're right, it was 98.
The last two games by Acclaim.
Yeah.
But before that, you had In Your House, and WrestleMania, the arcade game. They were the ones where you had 3D live action with the actual guys in 3D form.
Okay. Yeah, because Warzone was one of them top games at the time, and at the time, those developers they found some that work. At the time, when I remember Nintendo had their own with WCW at the time
No. Wait. No, hold on.
Mhm.
The developers, the publishers, first of all, WWE at the time, up until '99, were working with Acclaim, and Acclaim
Mhm.
had in-house developers.
Mhm.
If you remember
Is
the
it
company
Acclaim that made
THQ,
Warzone? Let me
yeah,
double
it was
check.
Acclaim. Yeah, it was Acclaim, but hear me out. But hold on. You ever heard of
All
the
right, go ahead.
company THQ?
Yeah.
Remember THQ? That was the company that developed the Home Alone games back in the early '90s. But
Mhm.
they were working with WCW for their games, and they were working with Aki on the
Mhm.
N64, and on the PlayStation, and they were working with Ukes, I think. No, I think was it Ukes or in-house, one of them. So they were producing all those games for WCW on the
Okay.
N64. Those two games they had, WCW Revenge and WCW versus NWO World Tour. Those are on the Aki
Mhm.
engine by THQ.
Mhm.
Uh, but that was a separate game. So they had separate games for N64. But on the PlayStation end, they had what was it? Monday Nitro, no, WCW
Yeah.
versus the World. Then there was Nitro that came out in like 97, 98. 99, they put out Thunder. And after that, WCW parted ways with them, worked with EA. And then after WWF did their, put out Attitude in '99 with Acclaim. They parted ways, and THQ ended up working with WWE, or
Yeah.
sorry, WWF at that time. And as a result, the first games they put out in 2000, in March and November
Mhm.
of 2000, were SmackDown and SmackDown 2, Know Your Role, on PlayStation. But before that, first ever game THQ put out was with Youth, not with Aki, and that was on N64 called WrestleMania 2000. That was before they put out No Mercy. No Mercy came out in October of 2000. WrestleMania 2000 came out back in '99.
Mm.
So they were looking good,
Got him. Volleyball.
THQ, yeah, oh yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
know
one
your
of the good
role.
things about
That's a
Tekken is
good
you look at
wrestling
that
game.
balance.
Or In Your House is a good wrestling game. It's more arcadey than
No,
anything.
In Your House was In Your House came out in '96, and that was by Acclaim. It was like WrestleMania Arcade. You remember?
Yeah, I remember. I had the game. It,
Oh, you had
it
the
was
game?
more like
I'm trying to throw
a
together.
fighting game than a wrestling game, though.
Yeah, both of them were like were fighting game and a wrestling game, but they were pretty creative.
Yeah.
But it was just a roster. In Your House wasn't like what you had in WrestleMania one.
Doink the Clown was the man.
In WrestleMania, it was Doink the Clown, Yokozuna, Bam Bam Bigelow, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Bret Hart.
Mhm.
On in Your House, Shawn Michaels was there, um, Undertaker, as well as Bret Hart, which also included Bulldog, Owen Hart, Ultimate Warrior, Goldust, and Ahmed Johnson, and Triple H. And yeah, it was a couple because this is back when '96 came in, and you had the new generation. This is just before the Attitude Era began.
Yeah.
There's like 94, 95, 90. There's like was it 94, 95, 96? They call themselves the new generation, especially with Shawn Michaels as the champ at the time.
Hmm.
But SmackDown and SmackDown Know Your Role, which I have them both. But I play them on my PS3 because PS3 can still play PS1 games.
Man, I'm
Mhm.
fucking
They
him
are
up.
still as great as I remember them. Huh?
I'm fucking him up.
Oh, you hamming them up bad. You gonna make him hurt bad. He's a bit. Art Enraged is a bad man. He is bad. Somebody needs to play that song, "The Champ" from Ghostface Killer's Fist Scale album. Oh wait, that song was on a WWE was on the soundtrack of a WWE game. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. The chant. Oh man, these 2D fight games were the shit back then. But then again, when they switched to
Garrett the
3D, because
victory.
you had games like Soul Calibur. You had
Mm-hmm.
who remembers Samurai Showdown?
Oh, I remember that. I got that.
I remember the original. I remember I had the original on PS. No, on Super Nintendo.
I remember that Earthquake was only on the Super Nintendo because he was too much for the Sega Genesis. Yeah, he was
Oh man, when I went,
he was too much.
I went. All right, little stories on me. I moved back here to Detroit when I was about 12. This was '94, and I met up with a bunch of other kids who were born in exile, but most of them came from Europe. Now, me and my siblings, we were the only one in the bunch who had one of the very few cats who had a Super NES. Everybody else, they had Sega Genesis, but of course in Europe, Sega Genesis is called Mega Drive.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord, how many times I have to explain that to people? You know, when I go to like electronic stores, because they got the
Yeah, people don't. A lot of people
Nintendo
don't
and
know.
Sega Classic. Yeah, I explained that to them. I mean, even when I went to GameStop, used to go to GameStop, I explained that to them. But anyway, we used to argue and debate about what game, who had the better versions of certain games. Because I remember, one of our buddies had he had Royal Rumble on Sega Genesis, and the thing was there were certain wrestlers on that roster that weren't on the Super NES version and on the Super NES version and vice versa. And we used to talk shit about that. And
Mm-hmm.
Earthquake, I remember because Earthquake was a huge guy. He was like the largest character in the Samurai Showdown game. It only
Yeah,
made sense for him to be the size of him, and apparently he's from Texas. He was a Texan. Well, everything's big in Texas, as they say. Or is it bigger? Yeah, everything's bigger in Texas. But there were like certain characters I liked in Samurai Showdown. Like who remembers Senryo Kyoshiro, the Kabuki slasher, or
yeah, I remember that.
what's the name of that? What was the name of that two-handed swordsman with the eye patch? I keep forgetting his name.
It's been a long time, man. I remember I played it.
Most people remember Hattori Hanzo and Galford, the two ninjas. I remember.
Oh, you talking about SmackDown with Galford and them characters?
Galford, yeah. Galford was a white guy in blue with the dog. And then you have Hakamura or something like that. Her name is.
Mm-hmm.
She was the little Asian girl with the was it a falcon or a hawk with her? Or Tom Tom. He was the Mayan Warrior. And like anytime I remember was it like when you play 1-on-1 or if you're playing this the arcade game, at the end of every fight you won, it showed him and there was a caption of what he would say. And one thing I remember was Tom Tom. Every time in certain cases when you beat him, you would say, "Here's the somebodyism, chicka cha cha tambaroom."
Got me.
Yeah.
Should be a dead Gohan. Yep.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Like that super move that what's the face does in Injustice 2. Black Adam.
Yeah, what about it?
Anybody ever played that game? Huh. No, I'm talking about the game Injustice 2. You ever played that game? Injustice or Injustice 2?
Injustice?
Mm-hmm. You ever played it?
I have it. I beat it. Yeah, I bought the complete edition. To be honest,
The first one or the second one we talking about?
I played the first one and I bought the second one like a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wait. I normally wait. I normally wait until they got the complete version because I don't like spending like more money on characters. So I said, let me wait till they complete the whole thing and buy it all in one swoop.
Oh, the Ultimate Edition of Injustice, the first one, you mean?
Yeah, because I look
but here's the problem.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, though. There was a mobile version of the game.
He did that twice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a mobile version of the game, you know? So you have to have like a Warner Brothers account, a WB account.
Yeah.
A WB ID. Unfortunately, in certain countries, WB IDs don't work for the mobile game.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Art? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Just doing good. How are you?
Hey, what's up? I don't know.
Yeah,
Ray,
man. What's
what
up,
up,
bro? Yeah, man. Just really coming through to chill, man. So I was a little frustrated earlier, but I'm more relaxed now. You know what I mean?
What's
But
the
matter? What happened?
Just some things like related to Brotherhood, you know, and all that. Because I uphold that like to the highest order, and that I don't deal with dudes that act in such mental templates as these females. Um, you know, and I spot that. You know, I'm able to spot it real good because I purged all that shit out of me. So I'm able to see shit clearly now, and yeah. So just dudes who I thought who was who I could deem as like bros, and yeah. So it kind of messes with me every time when I lose one who I thought was a brother. So yeah,
got to arguing with your friend.
That is understandable.
Yeah,
that's understandable.
Because what I'm trying to build over in my little small channel is an absolute brotherhood, but it's going to be strict.
Hey, not everybody's meant to come along, man. Some people you just don't click with. It is what it is. I'm dealing with that in my job. I'm not clicking with some of the other guys in my job. But I just look at it like, if we were talking about us being friends, hell no. But we just have to work together. But other than that, I wouldn't hang out with a guy. And
there's some people.
Yeah, because you end up realizing like
because,
I mean, my bad. My bad, bro. Because you end up seeing like afterwards, you're like, huh, maybe that was a good idea. Maybe that was a blessing of my God that I didn't that deep with this person. You know what I mean? Because you end up seeing the red flags and yeah.
I mean, there were people in my old job that I couldn't stand, and it took an intervention from the boss just to like sort that shit out because this motherfucker was just trying to just antagonize me and shit like that. Like he just like certain motherfuckers, and I had to explain to I remember talking to my boss and said, dude, I'm trying to do my job, but we got this little such and such, give me a hard time. I'm trying to do my job. I don't want this to get out of control. When that's concerned, but I ended this shit. But and I remember one of his boys on the job was like, yo, he ain't like that. He got a good heart. He got a good heart. But I'm like, no, you don't see. He only shows you what you want to see. I already seen the real side of this motherfucker. He's not what you think he is.
Man, I hear you, bro, and it's just and this should show you, bro. Like I uphold brotherhood to the highest, man, because I hate it when I see other men do their fellow man wrong. Especially to the craziest, heinous of things. You know what I mean? That I've seen, and it just sickens me, dude. I can't stand it. All that shit needs to be purged, especially if we want a strong American society. We definitely need to establish that brotherhood and show them to these people and to the outside people that we have a strong brotherhood where we shall not waver.
The question is like, Is everybody on the same page? Because some people are cool with you for a season, but they may not be on board with the whole program. Some cats may not see your vision, so that's alright. Some cats
I'm
are
like,
not meant to see that shit.
right, yeah, that too. But then I'm like, damn, that kind of reminds me. Ain't that like how these damn crazy ass women be then when they get married? They have it. Ain't y'all always tell me, damn it, y'all the first ones in the space to tell me about that shit that these chicks have it planned in their head, like, okay, I'm gonna only be married to this dude for like 2 or 3, 5 years, then I'm gonna divorce him. So it's like, damn, man, these dudes, oh my god,
Well,
they act.
you ever heard the saying, "You got a little bitch in your boy"?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, some of these dudes got a little bitch in them.
I mean, man, I just want to just snatch him and just try to pull the man out of him, boy. Man, I miss those days, but
Now that
I
begs the
miss those
question.
days where we used to snatch up each other, man. You know what I mean?
Ray, you remember Robin Harris,
Oh hell yeah, Robin Harris,
comedian
hell yeah.
Robin Harris? Okay, you might remember that one question you asked as a joke. Now ain't that some? That's just your first mistake. What made you think you were dealing with a man? What made you think he
Ooh,
was a man?
ooh, good one, bro. Good one, man. Oh man, that was a
I
good one.
mean,
Yes.
this is why I remember Charlie Murphy had his own comedy album where he was live in Boston, right? And it was called "I Will Not Apologize." And he talked about like there's some people who are not that bright. There's some people in this world who are just here to aggravate the fuck out of each other, who are here to aggravate the fuck out of everybody. I would say these are weasels, but in his case, he labels them high functioning retards. Should I wait? Did I just say that? Was it okay for me to use that word?
Go ahead.
High functioning retard. In fact, even described Sarah Palin as such. Even described George W. Bush as one. It's like, yeah, this motherfucker's retarded. What do you expect? So why are we getting upset about this motherfucker? He's just an absolute moron. You got some dumbass motherfuckers out here who just gonna act a fool. It's best just to that's your brother. You love him, but it's best to love him from afar, away.
You're right. You're right, man. I mean, oh my god, because it's
I mean,
just. I mean, because I
there is.
really try to uphold that, man, because I see the true in depth. It, it, I see it all, the truth to its in depth of why we need to like have that, that strong forged brotherhood, that's super ironclad, because other nationalities are laughing at us because of our dysfunctions and shit, man.
No, they got dysfunction too. They just hide it
What?
better.
Yeah, you're right. They hide it better. Yep.
You're talking to somebody from a different nationality here, so yeah, I would know. So the thing is, like,
Shit, man.
how the. But then again, the thing about it is, like, can we respect each other's differences? Like, if you're gonna be if you have the fellows here, you're gonna see some of us have different views on certain things. But is that enough to divide us? I may not agree with you on certain things, but I respect it the same.
The
Yeah.
struggle finish.
I mean, it's to the point where I'm scared, bro, like to do my fellow man, my fellow brother wrong, or to inflict any kind of evil upon them, because for one, I don't know about anybody else, but I believe in a higher power. And I believe, damn it, once you do such wrongs, once you commit such wrongs, he will drop that hammer on your head. And it'll be worse than what any pain of anybody can inflict upon you. So
And if
I'm
he did
cool.
so in self-defense, however, because remember, not everything's black and white. Even if you look in the Holy Scriptures, man, not everything's black and white. There's a
Well, yeah,
lot of
when you,
nuance.
yeah, when it comes to that, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm talking about like you yourself inflicting, going out your way to act in all kind of weird ways towards your fellow man, your fellow brother, and to where it will lead all the way up to the point to where they did some like kind of shady, scandalous thing towards you. You know what I mean? And and it just and it caused you to be resentful towards
Rank up
others. And
match. Rank up match. Here we go.
Oh, did you say that's a ranked match? You playing with somebody online?
I'm just playing randoms. That's all. Like I said, I just got off work, so I'm just chilling. Art and Star wasn't alive, so I decided to go live.
Thank God it's Friday. Mr. Z was on earlier. But, you know, this is...
he had a good stream.
Oh, we had a lot of fun in that stream.
I thought I was subscribed to him, man. Damn it, man.
Yeah, you might have been you might have been, like, unsubscribed. You know, they do that sometimes. You check the notifications on your shit as well, Ray? Check your notification settings.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go to his channel, man. Yeah.
Go to his channel, make sure you subscribe, and also check that you get the notification.
Make sure you're touching the top bell. If you're not subscribing to the top bell, you're not gonna get no notification at all.
Nope.
Because how it works, if you select the middle bell, everybody has to like the stream while the stream is live, and depending who's watching, who's liking, you're not gonna see it in your feed that he's live.
Blow you away.
So that was the brother Kamehameha, not the father and son Kamehameha.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that last bit. You said, Chaos, can you repeat that again?
You do what again?
No, I'm asking Chaos to repeat what he said, because for a moment I lost everything went silent on me for a moment.
Oh no, I was asking about that blast he did, that key blast that Kamehameha, if it was the father and son or the brother Kamehameha.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, I liked that move, the dragon fist move. Oh man, that was badass. I remember the movie when I first seen it.
Should be a dead Gohan.
Hey, Ray, let me ask you something. Since we've had this discussion earlier. I asked Ray, what's your first gaming console of all time? What was your first ever?
You said game console?
Yeah, what was the first one you ever had?
First one I ever had was
Is this BGS?
Nintendo.
It's the old man.
What's up, old man?
Oh damn it! That's big bro. Hey,
what's going on?
Nah, that's daddy. No, he daddy. That's everybody's favorite uncle.
I was on Rhymes for a minute, so I'm just stopping in. And
Ron got a live going on right now?
No, he has.
How's he doing?
He has his monthly seminar. So.
Oh. Okay. How's he doing?
He's doing well, man. He's getting ready to take a road trip in a minute. He's going on vacation.
All right. Well, he looked like he could use a vacation. You know, you can get the fuck out of here sometimes. Yeah, he's working hard. It's okay to play hard as well. And there are times when you just need to get the fuck out and dodge just for a minute, decompress. I mean,
hey, I think I slightly made Brother Charles mad at me, boy. But it's the truth though that I told him, damn it. I'm like the dude that plays as Superman in Superman and Lois, basically
he
topped.
No,
he tops Henry Cavill's character, even though I have high respect for Henry Cavill, especially the bullshit James Gunn put him through. But man, like this Superman and like the fatherhood examples too that he exuded in this show, and that really helped put him on a higher level to me than Henry Cavill.
And wait, isn't the same guy from Smallville?
No, oh hell no. He looks like shit now. But that dude, he looks like shit now. But
the old series of Superman and Lois.
No, not that one. But
Lois and
No.
Clark.
No, this is new treatment because Superman and Lois now that's on WB.
Oh, okay. How
Mhm.
many they gonna do, man? Shit. That's the fourth one.
Yeah, I know. I heard
no,
this was good though.
oh,
Yeah.
you damn
The
right.
only
It
reason I
is.
like this show is because a black woman wanted the parents to be black and they kicked her off.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
it's like, yeah, this show's gotta be good. They do that.
She couldn't have been serious, could she?
No, she was serious. She protested and everything, and they pretty much fired her. Gave her the pink slip and said,
Okay.
"Nah, bitch."
That's a little too far.
Oh yeah, this guy. Wait a minute, this motherfucker's 35. The dude who's playing Clark Kent in this new show. He's 35.
That's about right.
Tyler
Yeah.
Lee Hoechlin.
Yeah.
And he, and I like.
Oh,
And
he
I
was
like.
in Seventh Heaven. Okay. All right.
I didn't know that one. Okay. 'Cause I remember that show. But yeah, man, that he showed he didn't play as a father or as a husband. He was very supportive. On both ends, and what I've seen too, man, was just it was so much selfishness on the other end. From his family,
Mhm.
and just like I mentioned this when I was talking about season 1 and 2 to put it in a nutshell, but this time it's taking me time because I'm taking notes and it just by every scene by scene got something in it that I have to write about, my thoughts on. So, um, but those examples, man, yeah, the fatherhood and how supportive he is, but the selfishness, man, of his family, dude. And it's just like the general said, Sam, the 4-star general of the army. He told his daughter Lois, he said, Lois, you didn't just marry Clark Kent, you married Superman. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to be cool. You're gonna have to understand, okay, what you married, and that he's gonna have to take care of duty. You know what I mean? So not just for the United States, but for the whole world. And one of the elements that I noticed that was unique in the whole Superman mythos is the fact that his hearing is ridiculous, dude. Like, what was Smallville, Kansas? Yeah, he can hear.
Smallville, Kansas.
Yeah, he can hear trouble going on in Nepal,
Yeah.
Russia, and all that, but they never showed that in none of the Supermans.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
yeah, they did.
Yeah, the original one they showed it. Yeah.
What?
They did it in the Christopher Reeves movie.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I mean, shit. He Superman and Christopher Reeves could turn back time.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was
Yeah.
he go up in the air. He could hear the even the radio waves. He could hear
Yeah.
distresses. So yeah.
Hey, the way he dude, and how fast he went to unravel both of those herbs, and how he came down like and just punched the earth out of from the other earth, this from another dimension, what I mean, from another reality.
Mm-hmm.
That was spectacular to me. I'm like, yes, I'm like, Superman, damn it, that is Superman. Now
All these goddamn special effects they got now. They got to top each other. So
Yeah.
oh my god, and it's just, and that whole aspect too, man, just caused me to be so bewildered, man. Just the whole thought, like I never came across that in anything sci-fi of two worlds colliding and merging, so that both, so the doppelgangers, can merge with each other and become this powerful being. Yeah, so that took me by surprise. I never seen nothing like that.
Well, you probably won't with all this writer strike shit going on in Hollywood right now.
Man, and that's a serious march, man. I've seen the clips,
I mean,
man.
to be honest with you, with the shit that's been coming out, I'm not surprised that they said we're not gonna hire you guys more money. To be honest with you,
it happens when we get this kind of inflation, man. You get strikes. You can't live off of it anymore.
AR, I'll be back in a minute. Gotta switch phones.
you're fine.
But that's why I say thank God for anime. And please don't end up telling me, oh, well, there's going to be writer's strike on them too. I'll be pissed.
Nah, they won't. At least not yet. Anyway, we don't know I don't know what's going on in Japan, but they're still pumping it out. So the only thing about that I know that's going on in Japan is that they're killing the mangaka right now. Those guys are like working to death.
They're working to death.
Yeah, the comic book artists in Japan. They work themselves to death pretty much. But if they get a hit show, then they set for life.
Yeah, I guess so.
Be sitting high like Akira Toriyama with Dragon Ball right now. I know he's ranking in it mainly.
I done came across some spectacular shows with some spectacular art. Like one is from a Chinese anime, and yeah, their subtitles go like a few seconds faster than the Japanese subtitles. So yeah, it definitely helps keeps your boy being fast and reading.
Oh, are you doing a video tomorrow, VGS?
I don't think so. Why?
Oh, okay, I was just wondering because I know you've been doing your Black Pill dailies.
Yeah, normally it's like at least like 4 times a week. I think I did 5 this week, so no, probably not.
I sent you something in your chat regarding about this show that I just came across. Well, Pablo Frescobar covered it. It was a show. I guess it just came out called Grown Ass Women. Yeah, so where they had like their own little talk, you know, the little sit down talking panel or whatever. And I ain't really catching much of it, but I was like, wow, really? But this is typical feminist shit. So I was kind of figuring like maybe you want to cover
it. Probably, unless they're saying something that's noteworthy. Probably not.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Yeah, grown ass woman.
What did you watch any of it?
Hell no. just a little snippet.
Why you tell me to watch it if you ain't watching?
No, really.
I'm just like, man, hey, check this shit out, man. Cause it sounds like they're talking about some crazy shit, and I hurry up and turn to something else.
Back.
I mean, hell, I could do at least 2-3 shows off the just the breakdown and stupid shit they say.
Yeah. Have they said anything about that chick that was with Nick Fuentes?
Not that I know of. Nobody said anything. I can't always sit through the whole 2 hours of them talking.
Oh man, what are y'all thoughts on them going to Colombia? I'm like, man, I hope that don't
who's going to Colombia?
Not going, they are there. Fresh and fit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what did this? I mean, there's no difference. It's just just taking a vacation to Colombia.
Y'all don't think that's gonna put a bad stain on a passport bro's name? You know what I mean? Or black man period to go down there?
Because you got so you guys don't understand about the phenomenon of passport bros, right? You guys thinking that passport bros is causing it. No, it's the other way around. Remote work is actually causing the passport bros. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not going to stop. Yeah. Them going down to Colombia is just going to have more white boys going down to Colombia. That's all.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because I thought
key word right there. He said more white boys.
Yeah.
Well, not because I was thinking about, bro, that it was going to be a thing where they're going to take such offense of Fresh and Fit's talking points and stuff like that and call them all kind of shit, and then just have a negative outlook towards a black man that goes down there. Period. Kind of like with that Austin Hollerman. You know what I mean?
Okay. What has Austin Hollerman done to Brazil tourism? Nothing. But that feminist that came out just spoke against them and shit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that didn't work.
They shut her up because guess what? Guess what you bring when you go down to Colombia or Brazil or any place else? Called Yankee dollars.
Yeah, I was about to say the money.
And it doesn't matter if you're white or black. As far as they're concerned, you're a gringo.
You're a gringo.
Gringos got mucho dollars.
If you fuck with a tourist, basically that's bringing American tourists is bringing down dollars, they will find you. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like nobody. Yeah. He just left because He left because he didn't know. Now he could have stayed. Nobody would have touched him.
He wasn't sure. He was just unsure, of course, but he didn't know that much.
He's better in Kenya than he was in Brazil. Less money.
Oh,
less
indeed.
Hassle. Yeah, less hassle.
I
Yeah.
don't know about less hassle, but
there's less hassle there's much less hassle in Kenya than Brazil.
Sure. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Especially if you're black.
You said there's
Certain
much.
black.
Now you said there's much hassle for you in Kenya than Brazil.
Less hassle.
Even lesser hassle in Uganda.
Yeah, Kenya's trying to draw African Americans over to Kenya. That's why they're building all that shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And they found him a nice little. Found him a girl that's much more friendly, and they're mixed on the Horn of Africa. They're mixed just like they're mixed in Brazil. Probably more so. They probably have a bigger variety on the Horn. Ask Nema.
Greater variety because you have a diverse group of ethnicities.
You got white,
you Semitic,
got
Saharan, Cushitic. South Asians as well.
South Asians
and
as
whites.
Well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The whole Horn is all mixed up, so you have a bigger variety.
Plenty of Arabs.
Yeah, plus you got a bigger variety of black people too, because you have all different types, all 5 types of Africans. You tall and skinny down to the short and squat. So
yeah, I've never been a craze. I've never been so crazy for light skinned chicks. Like that. Like I would take me some smooth, nice milky chocolate, boy, some damn brown, that copper brown, that peanut butter, that butter pecan.
You'll find whatever you want in East Africa.
On a Horn, you're gonna find everything. Anything you can find in Brazil, you're gonna find it in double on the Horn.
Yeah. In the Horn and throughout East Africa, because Kenya and Tanzania are not part of the Horn. That's a Great Lakes region.
Yeah.
But it's all East Africa.
And plus they all travel. So if you like Somali, like Sudanese, you like Kenyan, like Ethiopian, Ugandan, they're all going to be in somewhere in Nairobi or Mombasa.
Nairobi. Nairobi.
Nairobi
in Zanzibar, though.
If you want if you want just basic chicks, you go to Nairobi. If you want hoes, you go to Mombasa.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah, it should be a port of call for the Navy and the Marines. So you know what that means.
Yeah.
And after COVID, you got a price drop. So
I remember.
Oh damn! Huh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can get an hour for like what, $5? Yeah.
Oh damn!
Just don't forget to wrap it up. Just wrap it up.
Yeah, that's true.
HIV is no joke, and HIV/AIDS is no joke over there.
Damn.
Or any other STDs for that matter, because that shit is like illegal. They don't regulate it like it's supposed to be. I mean,
I'll be worried about those damn bugs over there, those killer bugs over there.
You mean like tsetse flies and mosquitoes and shit? Yeah.
Yeah, the mosquitoes. Damn it, I was told they'd kill you.
No.
No, the malaria will kill you if you're not careful. But that's why you gotta have you gotta make sure you gotta have boxes of that chloroquine with you. But you gotta talk to them about what you gotta have those anti-malaria shit with you at all times. The chloroquine especially. But remember, chloroquine, you have to take them in small doses. Like these little green pills, you only take them once every other week.
Yeah. Anytime you go to sub-Saharan anything, even in South America, you're gonna have those kind of mosquitoes.
Malaria, dengue, fever, yellow fever, dengue. You don't want to mess with that. But in East Africa, you got the tsetse fly in places like in Kenya, Tanzania, where they give the African sleeping sickness.
And Colombia is not too far from the canal, so yeah.
It's right next door. It's right next door to Panama, especially.
Although it's if you go to elevation, it's, like in Bogota, it's not as bad because they're not as bad in the mountains as they are down on the coast.
No, I mean because it's altitude and everything. You got to get well acclimated up there. Or if you went to like Bolivia to go to La Paz, because the elevation up there is too high. Sometimes some people can get really disoriented.
Oh yeah,
if you don't get acclimated and shit.
Too high for me. I'm too old for that.
You ever been to Nairobi, BGS?
No, never been to Nairobi.
Okay. And I was talking to somebody.
I have, but that was a long time ago.
How was it?
Yeah, well, this was back in back in 89, 90. So it was
Before they
like
start
then.
before they start building, before they really start building.
Yeah, I was 7, 8 years old at the time, so I was
Uh,
little,
I don't
just
have
visiting
to.
relatives and shit.
Because I know they
But
said they built it up. So
Oh man, yeah,
um,
with Chinese money, man, it's a new city. They're building like crazy, from what I understand.
they're building like crazy. But my question is, how long before the Chinese call in the debts?
They,
You know,
I think they
what
already started calling in debt, certainly.
what the thing is they on paper they got to pay it back, but um, they know they're not gonna pay it back. They already know what they're gonna get.
checkbook diplomacy. That's
And
how it
ain't they
works.
part of that BRICS coalition?
Who?
Not Kenya,
Kenya? No,
not
not
Kenya.
yet. Not yet. I think
No,
just
no, I
China.
was talking about China. Yeah.
China is part of it,
The C in the China, is BRICS. Okay.
Oh yeah. You're right.
but anything can go in that situation because I mean, like look, Ethiopia. What was it? It was 2018 when they started making peace with Eritrea. The main reason was because of the economy, because government net debt was like something like close to 90%, and they realized that they need to bring in foreign investment. So one of the things they decided to do was like they changed government. The current prime minister came to the head. First steps he did was to make peace with Eritrea because he was hoping that because Eritrea the best ports are in Eritrea, Assab and Massawa, and he did not want to just rely on the port in Djibouti because it has to go through Afar territory and it can be too wilderness, too dangerous over there. And not to mention, you have Somaliland right up there. But he was hoping, make cut a deal with Eritrea, also bring in foreign investment that way. You could, try to work things out with the Chinese. Not to mention their biggest project right now is that big dam up in the northern part, just not too far from the Sudanese border.
So it's talking
And
Ethiopia.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, hey, you taught me, so I learned I had to do the research, make sure when I saw them making peace, I was like, all right, wait a minute,
Oh.
this isn't what I think it is. And then when I watched everything, transpire, I was like, I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
eh,
Money is a lubricant, man. Chinese money is a lubricant for all peace deals. Even Pakistan and India stopped fighting because of money.
You see the money or
They-
bloodshed.
yeah, I think they're both BRICS now, BRICS and SCO. So
BGS, the minute you said India and Pakistan, I couldn't help but do the bobblehead thing in
what?
agreement.
Oh yeah,
You know how they do that head shaking.
yeah.
There was a lot of South Asians that grew up around, so yeah, I'm familiar with the head gesture,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to do it in agreement.
Yep. I knew sooner or later they're going to have to come to an agreement instead of fighting all the time.
Uh,
Too much
yeah,
money, unless you want to stay under the Americans.
Yeah.
too much money on the table as it is.
Oh yeah, and Belt and Road
Far
ain't no
too
joke.
much money. So
Belt and Road ain't no joke. Guess who signed up for Belt and Road?
please tell me,
Argentina.
Argentina. Hey, Argentina. Of course. I mean,
Argentina.
look at
Yeah.
the shit they are in.
Well, yeah. Well, also, China offered to pay off their IMF debts or transfer the IMF debts.
My question is, what's the catch?
Belt and Road into
Mhm.
right next to Brazil, right? That what is it?
Mhm.
Brazil and Argentina make up what half of South America?
And they already got Panama.
Well, yeah, they are their own Panama, but we're talking about South America.
Mentioned
Uh,
Brazil, and
Panama.
Argentina, and Chile. They make up the entire elongated part of South America.
Mm.
So when did we give up the Panama Canal? Like in the late 90s?
It was
We
99.
reverted back in '89 for to
No, the
Panama.
handover on paper, yeah, but the handover was when? Was it 99? Wasn't
Not,
it?
not, no, could have been.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah, it was
'89.
99.
I thought it
No,
was '89.
they came to agreement in 89, and
Okay,
in 99 to hand it over the Panama Canal
okay.
to the Panamanian government.
Yeah, 'cause I remember reading about that in high school. Not high school, but middle school.
Yeah, I remember reading about that in a National Geographic article. That was interesting.
Damn, is
Because right
everybody
after they
free?
signed that, because right after they signed the agreement, it came down and got what was his name, the president, general, whatever his name was.
President? Which president?
The one that came down and arrested, and I think he's still in prison.
Damn.
I remember his name.
Which country are we talking? We actually Panama? Oh,
Panama.
Noriega.
Panama.
Manuel Noriega.
Yeah.
Manuel Noriega.
Hey, brother. Hey, big bro. BGS. I'm looking at this. A thought came to me. Have you ever thought about also like expanding your reach on by also joining Rumble, doing Rumble and YouTube?
I've thought about it, but I mean, I do have a Rumble account, but I haven't put anything up on it. It's still kind of rough. So.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I thought about it. I mean, it's I see people won't move over there, but yeah, it just depends.
Is it worth it in your opinion?
To move over to Rumble,
Yeah.
Some things you can put up there that you can't put up on YouTube. So I think people that can't put stuff up on YouTube that will either get them flagged or copyrighted. I think they put it up on Rumble.
I mean, look at Minds. There's a lot of people there who flocked there from YouTube and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are on the fringes.
Yeah. A couple like RT. Was it Russia Today? They had to move to Rumble.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a couple of MGTOW channels that I'm subscribed to. They're there. They're also on Minds as well.
Mm-hmm.
They put their stuff up there, so if you want to watch a video a day before it's supposed to be released on YouTube, you can go to Minds.
Yeah, sites like that have to get traction. I think before the Ukraine war, Rumble wasn't getting that much traction, but after the Ukraine war, they started pushing all the Russia Today and all those other kind of folks to Rumble into Telegram. So that's why it's growing. And then they got a big boost with Andrew Tate though.
Yeah. But they getting ready to lose him. Didn't they
lose him to what? They arrested him again?
I thought they arrested him again.
No, he's still on house arrest from the last I heard.
Oh.
He is still on house arrest.
Free Andrew Tate and lock up Oprah.
You wish.
I could have sworn that someone said that.
What did Oprah do this time?
I know.
Accused of being part of the human trafficking ring and working with the elites and shit, secret elites.
Oh, well then she knows that.
And being claimed for being a cause of why certain people's careers have ended.
Oh, well they're gonna send her to jail for that one.
A lot of people can probably that would be in there.
There's a documentary we're watching on HBO Max about fake news. Another one called 15 Minutes of Shame.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about shit like this. Because like the fake news went after. Let me find it. I've got to find the title for it. It talks about because
that's the chairman of the stepdaddy. Yeah, the union, the stepdaddy union.
Right.
I heard that Umar wants a shirt.
BGS, you know what your theme song should be because you're head of the stepdaddy union, stepfather union. It should be Hitman Sammy Sam. The song is called "Do the Stepdaddy."
No. It should be "Look for the Union label."
BGS, you ain't shit, and God bless you for it. Hold on a second. I need to get my feet muddy. I need to get my shoes muddy.
For boyfriend or spouse.
Fuck your couch, old man. Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch.
That's funny.
Wait. Does that mean every stepdaddy union member needs to get that union label tattooed on his arm or some shit like that?
Get a card carrying union.
Oh, okay.
I got a question for you, BTS. Whenever you get done,
Go ahead, jump in, man. I'm done.
Stepdaddy.
All right, this is something I've been noticing more and more.
Salute, PK.
It's starting to kind of throw me for a loop, man. And I think that maybe you can answer this because it's something that maybe you might have some insight into. Is there something wrong where black men specifically have an issue with differentiating Can you hear me?
What?
P-
You got you.
PK, do you have a headset on you or something? Because it sounds
He's
like you're
He's
probably
using
probably
both
he's
he's
probably
speakerphone.
probably at
driving.
work.
He's probably
Oh,
driving.
I'm
So
still at
Oh,
work, man.
noise canceling.
Yeah, I'm
He got
still at work.
he's got noise canceling on.
okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Salute, PK.
You ain't putting
I'm
noise
sorry.
canceling, Dad, Sam.
Want me to come
Oh,
back? I can come back.
no. Just finish your
No,
question,
just
man.
finish up. Just let everybody let him finish up.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say, is there a difference in between like the way that men perceive women in different categories? Like, are men not properly categorizing women? Like, what's going on, man?
They are, but the thing is, they categorize women through the filter that they grew up with. So no, they know that men can spot categories, but the thing is that have you learned how to categorize women? Because some of the differences are actually subtle. That's what the whole thing about the octanes and all that shit is about. How do you categorize women,
Hmm.
especially black women? Some things are obvious and some things aren't. So what do you mean by categorize women properly?
Well, I just meant it in the sense that it seems to me that, and I've been hearing this complaint in different sectors of YouTube, is that for whatever reasons we seem to perceive, not we, but this in general, even here, it happens in the ministry too. We seem to perceive that wives and prostitutes and all these things are all the same for some reason. And I was wondering what's going on with that.
PK, you've been out there, man. Like just like everybody else. You know the difference between somebody that's a wife, somebody that's a girlfriend, somebody that's a hoe. Yeah, we all know. Okay.
Okay.
And we know when we marry a hoe, we marry a hoe. We know that she's a hoe.
PK,
So
let me ask
guys
you a
are just
question.
lying to themselves. They're lying.
They're lying to you. They're not lying to themselves. They're lying to you.
Yeah.
All right. PK, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, what up, man?
PK, you ever heard of the term "other woman pretty"?
Say that again?
Or you ever heard of the term "other woman pretty"? Like when they describe a woman's attractiveness, they describe her, say she's like "other woman pretty" or "mistress pretty."
No, I've never heard anyone say that before.
No, I ain't heard that one.
Basically, when you look at certain women, you look like that's the type of chick who's like a side chick. You just look at it, something about the way she looks and everything. She's attractive, but not attractive to put a ring on. That's like a side piece kind of chick,
I think
just like BTS said.
I think it's more how she carries herself. I think
Yeah.
More how
it's
she
more
carries
she looks.
herself and the way she carries, yeah,
Yeah.
appearance and how she carries herself. That's why some women are described as
Yeah. Well,
other
yeah.
woman pretty.
And it also
Because when you're
depends.
with her, when you see her with a man, you cannot view her as being the wife.
It also depends on the class that you are and the class that she is, right? Okay. If
Fair
you're
enough.
a corporate guy or a
Hmm.
guy that professor, okay, a ghetto chick can't be your woman or your wife or your girlfriend, right? She's only a side chick,
Nope.
right?
It's class.
It's class, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the vice versa, if you a working class dude or street dude, man, you get a chick that's upper echelon, right? She can't be
Hmm.
your girlfriend. You know that. She can't take you around.
Oh no, too much trouble right there.
No, it's not on too much trouble. She can't
Uh,
show you off. She's not gonna show you off.
That's
Okay.
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have
You're
a lower
10 o'clock.
status than her.
So that is your side chick, even though she's elevated. Okay.
Yeah.
She's above you. You're the side dude, or
Just like I can almost guarantee you that Kiki Palmer got pregnant by her side dude.
Mm.
That's why she never brought him out. She never took pictures with him. She was never on Instagram. They were together for 2 years. That was her side dude. And she got pregnant by. So he's my baby daddy now. Time to bring him out.
Yep. Because we didn't know she was in a relationship. She kept that shit on the hush.
Yeah, on the hush. That means that's her side dude.
Yep.
Because I've been vetted by enough chicks and their families to know there's a difference between a chick that trying to hide you versus a chick that's trying to keep you. Okay, first thing they do, man, within
Bring you around their friends and family. Well, friends first, then family.
all my 6 relationships, man, within a week, I met friends and family.
Yeah.
Within a week. That's why I know. If a chick is serious, the first thing you're gonna try to do is bring them around her friends or her family.
Let them vet you.
Let them vet you. What do you think about it? See, what do you think? Should I take it home?
Yeah.
Sometimes you used to hate that shit, but it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah, you ever seen like
Yeah.
you ever been to the club and sometimes the chick may be feeling you, but the friends don't, so the chick never goes after you or not like
Yeah.
but she likes you, but her friends don't. So she follows the group.
No, that happens every once in a while, but if a chick normally feels me, she'll give me the high sign. I'll come over. You can see her girlfriends rolling their eyes. But yeah, I've had that.
Only the David says side dude with the good hair.
Yeah. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but the thing is, she didn't respect that motherfucker at all.
No, she didn't.
Because as soon as he sparked up, she cut him loose, man. Like instantly. Like, how dare you?
Well, she got what she wanted.
Yeah,
But she got what she needed out of him.
Yeah. I think she got pregnant by her side dude and decided to keep it.
Sound like nothing but just succubus energy.
Good genes and good hair. That's all he was good for.
It's called concubine. ConcuSurf. Dun, dun, dun.
He was
in real time.
He was conky Negro.
I might have to make some T-shirts of the union of black stepdaddies. Or should it be the Brotherhood?
Black stepfathers union.
Hey, did you see the new videos of that Dubai chick? Of her Cleon mating rituals? Yeah.
In Virgin Islands and I think Puerto Rico? Yeah.
Oh, he said Dubai.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the video from Dubai yet.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, she's going wild. There's talks of this.
Yeah, we were talking about that on Gigi's the other night.
Yeah. She was at her Airbnb and she get into it with this one dude, man, and I don't know what the hell she threw Papa in.
Oh no, that was a clip by that was a clip by that
Angry Man. Yep. Yeah. So shout out to him.
From a previous place when they were in Mexico.
Yeah.
Remember where it's talking about where she dragged the knife across the wall and was breaking
she was
stuff.
chasing the dude with the knife. Yeah. She was chasing the dude with the knife.
Yeah, she's something wrong with her.
Yeah, and she's exactly where she needs to be. She's locked up.
She's a broken ass diesel. That's what she is.
You said broken diesel. Okay.
Yeah, she's a diesel, man. She got diesel energy.
Yeah.
Define that again. I know you heard it. Yeah. Because I remember hearing you talking about diesel before. Define that again.
Working girl.
Yep.
Regular octanes are actually passenger vehicles. Diesels are working cars and trucks. So diesel is a working girl. Strippers, IT models, hoes, street hoes, OnlyFans, escorts, yeah. Working
chickens.
Okay, I never heard that one.
Yeah, I heard that in a long time. Chicken heads? Who has it?
Chicken head is just a neighborhood girl.
Yeah,
a ratchet neighborhood girl. Yeah.
Shout out to Redman, because I remember in one of his albums he talked about was it the chicken head genie or some shit like that. There was a kid about that.
Yeah.
Or call him a bird.
Call him a bird. Yeah.
Bird ass. No, I remember. It was Ghostface Killer. He referred to the chick he was dumping in that song "Back Like That" with Neo. He called her and said that you a bird, this, that, and third.
Yeah. Bird is actually, Bird is actually British for a regular female.
Yeah. That old bird.
Bird, the old bird. Yeah. I learned that from a Jamaican dude, man. Was in high school. He called
it was an old bird. Was he speaking more like this? An old bird? Oh, that's a young bird right there, man.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a young bird. Leave her be. Leave her be.
Leave her be.
Where's Kareem when you need her? Where's Kareem when we need her?
It should be stepdad certification. You pass the test, you be a stepdaddy.
You'll be a stepdad for less than 5 years.
I can never be a stepdad. I could be a mean uncle.
Yeah.
I can be that cool uncle, can be mean and straighten your ass out, but I can't be a stepdad.
Yeah, the Union of Black Stepdaddies fighting for your rights and resources.
Not discipline the kids.
Oh no, uncles will discipline the kids. I mean, you ever had your uncles whoop your ass when your dad wasn't there?
Not the stepdaddy. The stepdaddy's not
No,
allowed.
no, stepdaddy's got a rights. I got the card. I know how to discipline kids in 32 states. Okay.
But you know how these women are now these days. Like, you can't discipline my kids, and the kids be.
I can't. You can't legally whoop a kid's ass.
Yeah,
Here, so
well, we
Yeah,
want
you
to
can.
raise. We got to
no, we all yeah.
get a raise for badass kids. Okay.
And you got to get a raise for badass kids, dysfunctional kids,
That's two hand
kids with
jobs.
special needs. Kids with special needs. You might need it like a.
Yeah, what
Don't charge that
was
training.
that change? I think that was like Gen X that started doing, because I have not met no boomer men, at least in my lifetime, that said that they couldn't discipline the kids.
No, that started in the late '80s when they took SWAT out of school, and then
They took what out of school?
The spanking discipline out of the schools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
And then it kind of rotated up, and then all of a sudden you can't hit the kids and all that kind of bullshit.
And then they just said that's it. The guys, like got the
I remember-
stepfathers who come in and just the stepfather wanted to discipline the kids, especially if they were married. The woman would be like, "No, you can't hit my kids."
Yeah, well, and you had to establish that before you marry her.
Yeah.
Don't be hit my baby. Don't be hit my baby.
No, as soon as she say that, okay, well, I can't be a stepfather then.
Yeah. My father, my older brother, my older sister, he had to discipline them.
Yeah.
My mom. So shit. That's why it was weird to me.
Under his house. Under his
Whenever
rule.
I would date kids, like, well, you can't touch my kids. It's like, what did your father do? I was like, my father whooped my damn brother and sister's ass because they were fucking up.
They're fucking up.
And she would have looking at me like, she allowed that to happen? I'm like, hell yeah, that's the husband. That's the head of the household. What the fuck you mean?
Right.
I mean, you honestly think you're gonna sit there and marry somebody and he can't do nothing? Your kids can do anything? Nah, hell no.
Doesn't work that way. Yeah.
Hell no.
Unless that kid is so disciplined, like my grandson, and my kids are so disciplined. All you have to do was actually talk to them. You didn't really need to hit them. They'd be mad, but they obeyed.
Yeah. Even though they're disciplined, do they try to charm their way out of a situation?
All kids do.
Yeah.
Hey, and half. Go ahead.
The first time I always let them go because I haven't warned them yet. That's the second time you're gonna get your ass beat or get punished. They say they'd rather have their ass beat than punished.
I remember when they started enforcing like their law where you can't whip your kids and all that shit. I started noticing, it's like half and half. Half of it is due to the mother, that gets in the way of you disciplining the kids, but the other half is the public.
It was actually white parents in Texas that she started that shit.
Not disciplining in school.
Yeah, not getting rid of corporal punishment out of the schools. Yeah.
Battles were getting too. Was it like they were getting too excessive? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what that was the case, but thing is, that's where it started.
Texas.
Yeah.
There were a lot of cases across they took the SWAT out of school and basically cracked down on corporal punishment. There was a very good reason why at the time, because unfortunately they were basically encountering many cases of what we would consider, I don't know, I'm gonna say for me, what I would consider to be abuse. You know what I mean? Like and so they were having a whole lot of different situations where it's like, bro, you're going home with literal, scars on you.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they could have rectified that, man. But now these kids are so out of control.
Yep, and I walk past them damn near like every day with them toting guns with long clips and their little skinny jean pants.
Well, that's on how they were raised, pretty much. I mean, because there used to be a time where if the teacher could send a note home, the parents would get on your ass. as a child. Now the parents be like, "Why are you doing this to the kid?" That's why the kids are acting fucked up the way they are. Because the parents
It's that
didn't give a
golden
fuck.
child thing because a lot of parents like look at their kid like think they can do no wrong at times.
Yeah, now
Bullshit.
you got kids assaulting teachers and all that kind of
Yeah,
shit. So.
spraying them with pepper spray and shit.
Pepper
I'm gonna give them my
spray.
phone.
Yeah.
That's why
Sometimes
all these.
Oh.
Yeah,
sometimes putting them into the hospital.
yeah.
Wait, how old are most of these kids who are assaulting? We're talking teenagers?
Yeah,
yeah,
teenagers or middle school.
Yeah.
These are all the videos that you're seeing.
Yeah, I remember my middle school there was a kid that was 6'4". So
Oh, like football players and shit. Those were like athletes and such.
he wasn't as coordinated, but he was a big dude.
No, I said he was like athlete, a student athlete. So
No, he wasn't an athlete.
No,
He was just big.
he was just huge.
Yeah.
Oh, just an assault on a teacher. Like most of the teachers, like what average height we're
Yeah,
talking.
no, he was cool. He was just big, you know.
Yeah.
If you didn't bother
I
him,
said the
he wouldn't bother
teacher.
you. The teacher.
No, he didn't do anything. He was just saying he was a big guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, I was saying
Nowadays,
there was one case that was it in California where this student had problems. He was like 6'8", and he beat the shit out of this white female teacher for taking his phone.
okay, right there. Most of the teachers are female, and a lot of
Mhm.
students who are assaulting them are male, right?
No, and if they're female, sometimes they're usually females. That's all.
Okay, female on female,
Yeah.
male on male. All right.
Mm-hmm.
A 6'8" male student.
Yeah, he had psychological problems,
Oh, he flipped out.
and he was just that way. He got angry, and because she messed with his phone, and he just came out and he started. They had to pull him off of her. She damn near killed her.
I mean, this guy's 6'8", and she was like what? She must have been how small you think?
She was like 5'4", maybe 100. You know how white women are.
Yeah,
like 120 pounds. Something like that. And this dude damn near 300 pounds. Yeah.
This dude's that big and that enraged. He doesn't know his own strength.
Mm-hmm.
He could just crush her skull.
Yeah, he just threw her around like a rag doll and started beating on her. So, and it took like 4 guys to pull him off of her. So, but for her, it's called retirement. If she survives, she survived. She ain't coming. I wouldn't come back.
Yeah, but how? Yeah, but what kind of injuries has she sustained long term?
She got lucky. I don't think she's nothing broken. She had some concussions, but nothing broken. She got lucky.
Concussion right there.
They got to her before he could actually really do any damage. So.
Yeah, it just was like where I'm from, you don't do that because most of the teachers are men, and but the boys know you put your hands on him, you're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna have your parents, the entire community fuck you up because you do not put your hands on an elder like that. Even though teachers don't get.
Well, that's the difference.
This is a liberal
country. That's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference between your country and where you grew up in here. We don't have any sort of community policing or any sort of intervention on a community-wide basis. We don't have that.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Nah.
Not anymore.
Like I said, back in the day, it used to be the parents used to get on the student like, how come you acting up in our class?
Yeah, in our class. Yeah. And you used to come down and whip your ass.
In front of the teacher.
Yeah.
Is this
I think it was Alonzo Bowden. I think it was Alonzo Bowden said that. Like, because he's a Gen Xer, a boomer Gen Xer.
Mm-hmm.
He joked about when he was a kid, we were so terrified. We used to get the school note, and we were so terrified we'd give it to our parents because we knew what was going to happen if they didn't get the school note. If they found out there was a school note and they didn't get it, all hell gonna break loose.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your ass.
Well, I mean, we have situations here, for instance, and this is something that I argue with men all the time about. We're not really arguing, but we get the point discussed with them. Is that a lot of men feel as though they have the right to basically raise their child anyway. And it's like,
raise a child? Are we talking about stepfathers? What are you talking about?
Well, just period. Like in any sort of communal situation, they believe that they should have the right for their children to be raised any type of way. without any sort of system, structure, or intervention from any sort of community, no guidelines.
Oh yeah, normally it's women. Women really do that shit. It's normally women. They want you to touch their
Oh,
baby.
Uh,
don't you touch my baby? Don't you
oh
touch
Don't-
shit!
it?
Oh shit! Comedy Hype just posted a video saying Jamie Foxx in tears explains health scare.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad he's okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Ice Cube got on there and said, yeah, that he blames the secret elites
Oh
for what
God.
happened to Jamie Foxx.
Well, Jamie Foxx didn't say it, so I don't know. He's alive to tell the tale.
Yeah. But did Jamie recently came out and said
Yeah.
he's
He
doing that?
said something about Puff Daddy or whatever, and talking about his little secret parties and shit,
Oh, okay. Yeah. What does? Yeah. He actually told.
and him actually having like parties where it's just all number men, and sometimes where it's just dudes that are younger.
Oh, okay. Those kind of parties. Was
Yeah.
Will Smith there anywhere?
But I hope the White's one in there because he's got some shit going through right now. What is he getting sued by a male model for forcing him to be in a threesome?
Who's that?
Dwight Howard.
Oh. I always thought that about Dwight Howard. Man, they went both ways. So
Yeah.
I would be
Well, I'm
surprised.
gonna
I
be
mean,
right back, man. I'm gonna rejoin when I get to the house about 20 minutes.
yeah, you
All
come.
right.
Yeah, you come on Halloween dressed like my dear.
Yeah, really.
Medea.
Medea, yeah.
Didn't they say Tim Duncan goes both? Didn't Tim Duncan's ex-wife allege that he's a switch hitter?
I don't remember.
I ain't ever heard that one.
I didn't hear that one either.
I remember it was like a few years back. It was like she made that accusation. His ex-wife. But I wouldn't care. I'm
I,
like, who cares?
I guess he didn't pay her enough.
Probably.
No, he didn't. He said, I guess he didn't pay her enough.
Hey, you get paid, you get keep mouth shut, man.
You get your mouth shut, yeah.
Don't. What goes on in this house stays in this house.
Mm-hmm.
He's been saying. But hey, loose lips, she ain't sips.
Yeah, so it is possible. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what was that town in California that had all those straight the switch hitting husbands?
Town in California.
Yeah,
San Francisco.
where it was back in I think in the 50s or 60s, where they would have their families, and then they would go down this particular street because that's where all the gay husbands.
They could be L.A. or San Francisco because
Yeah.
in L.A.
You got young boy in LA. You got young boys,
It's
and
Santa Monica Boulevard. Yeah.
yeah, and it plus, so and you got the casters over in San Francisco.
Yeah. It
But
used to
then
be a
again, I
park-
remember.
it used to be a park in San Francisco. That's where the download came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going
So
to
white-
Like there's
guy-
like
white-
certain places where they like hook up and shit.
Mm-hmm. White go.
I remember
White
was
guys
it
go
Patrice O'Neal had a joke about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was like he talked about like he was driving home to Boston for the holidays. He pulled up at outside at Mickey D's.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled over and he just needed to rest his eyes a bit, right? Wrong in a minute, he opens his eyes, he looks out, and there's this white dude. Looks at him. White dude's looking at him. He's like, he rolls his window a bit. He's like, just slightly. He says, "What is it?" The guy's like, "It's cold out here." And he's like, then go inside the Mickey D's, yo. Leave me alone. He didn't understand what it was. It wasn't until he realized when this guy walked away, got into his Subaru with a Christmas tree. It was a Christmas tree, tied to the top of the roof, and drove off. And he's like, "Oh shit! This was a hookup spot." And this dude was here for Get Some Strange and shit. I'm like,
Hey.
and I remember we joked about that last week on it was Big Kevin mentioned it. It's cold out here. And that became a running joke on Opie and Anthony when told that story. But yeah. George Michael, I remember, was in LA. He got busted on some shit like that back in '98.
Oh yeah, George. Everybody knows about him.
Yeah, George, I think he's like working at an amusement park and he's bald.
George Michael.
He's dead.
George Michael.
George Michael's dead. No, he's dead. No, it's Andrew. What's it? No, the other guy, Andrew. You talking about? Andrew Ridgely.
I really think
no. Andrew Ridgely lost his hair.
No, because I think they showed him. I don't know he died or not, but I think they showed him.
What, as much money as George Michael made, he lost it all.
Hey. Cocaine's
cocaine's a hell of a drug, huh?
Cocaine. He was smoking weed and everything. I remember. Was it one time? And was it like in a bunch of tabloid photographers? They found him in the front seat of his car, in the driver's seat of his car, just asleep in the park. They tapped his window. He just pops up like, "What the hell?"
No, George Michael died. He was worth $20 million. He wasn't broke.
Yeah, $200 million.
Yeah.
So he's not broke. He died of a heart attack in his sleep, man. But the guy that Art is talking about, that's Andrew Ridgely, the other half of Wham.
Shit.
Who was it? It was someone from the. Was it?
No, it was Wham. No, the Wham was comprised of two guys. It was Andrew Ridgely and George Michael.
Okay.
Andrew Ridgely lost his hair.
Was it the guy from the Culture Club?
Oh no, you're talking about Boy George. Yeah. Yeah, he went bald. He got arrested. I remember for like cocaine.
So maybe he's the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah, because they had him go. Because what they did for him is like they had him do community service in London, right? And the tabloids were like following him. And the courts realized because of what happened when Naomi Campbell got arrested sometime later, they had her do community service. But no, they had her do community service, right? But they had her do it someplace in like inside of a building.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was doing community.
Yeah, George. Yeah, it was Boy. That's Boy George you're talking about. It was not George Michael. Boy George. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know because George Michael made a ton of money, man. I couldn't see him losing it all like that.
Often white women lusted after him.
And all the gay men too.
Well, I'll be damned.
I remember laughing my ass off.
Gay men pay, man. They do.
Oh yeah, they will pay.
Ask what's her name? What's the singer name? What's her name? Patti LaBelle.
What? Patti LaBelle.
Oh yeah, the gay men love her.
Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, got herself, Gloria Gaynor, because remember, "I Will Survive" is like gay anthem.
What you call it? I'm Coming Out.
I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross. Yeah.
Diana Ross. Oh.
The original by Diana Ross. We're not the A. Maria remake.
No, they said Boy George's net worth is like $50 million. So no, can't be him.
Boy George 50.
Boy George got arrested. I think he had a community service thing. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, that was a community service thing. He got arrested because what happened was he got arrested when he had forceful imprisonment charges and cocaine possession.
Okay.
Because he had a male prostitute in his place, and he had him handcuffed and shit. And cocaine was found in the house.
Oh wow!
This was back in 2007.
Sounds like Andrew Gilliam, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, I remember. Who was it? Everybody remember when Naomi Campbell was like had to do community service for throwing like a cell phone to somebody? It was a remote control. Two things I can never trust that woman with: a cell phone and a remote control. Because you know that it's gonna be aimed for my head.
Damn, what do you do? Shit thrown at you like that.
I don't know. That bitch crazy. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, I have never had a woman throw shit at me or hit me in my life.
I never had myself, but I was just like saying, I'm talking hypothetical scenarios here.
No.
Oh, nah.
That throw something at me like that.
You damn right. Hell no.
Because it's coming right back if she does.
We're playing hot potato mode.
Hot potato. I'll pick up something, throw right back. I don't play that. Somebody asked 50 Cent about what was your name? Beyonce's sister.
Solange.
About the elevator. And Jay-Z. and they said, well, Jay-Z was smart by not putting his hands on it, blah blah blah. They said, would you have done it? 50 Cent said, no. He said, I slapped the shit out of her.
Is this Lewis Coyle?
He,
Kanye?
Yeah, this me. What's up?
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Louis, what up?
Yeah, yeah. I asked him
motherfucker.
about the wheat shit, man. What do you think?
Oh yeah,
man?
that's Putin's way to getting back at the U.S. And I put in the chat. We had a meeting the other week, corporate, that forecasting all wheat products would be scarce and the prices are going to be going up.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. So
let me find my brioche now.
Have you been getting your brioche hot dogs? I think they canceled them.
They might have. Yeah, okay. Because I haven't seen.
They have the hamburgers still. Yeah. I just haven't seen the hot dogs. But they still have the rolls, the hamburgers, and the bread.
Okay.
What about the brioche buns?
They have the hamburger buns. I haven't seen the hot dogs.
And the brioche?
Yeah.
Are yours imported, Art?
No, I used to work at a bread company. They used to have these brioche buns. I put everybody on like a crack dealer.
Yeah, you motherfucker. I hate you. I hate you.
That shit was funny. I remember when I came back from vacation. BGS was just like,
brioche boy.
And the brioche buns.
I can't buy regular buns anymore. I hate you. I hate your ass, man. I said, God damn you, Art of Vidmore, you motherfucker, doughboy shit.
Hey, them shit's good as
I'm
fuck.
checking something out just now up here. I'm checking something out here. It's because like everybody was. I don't know if you follow sports like Snowman and everything, BGS, but you heard about what happened at Northwestern?
I heard him talk
with the coaches.
Yeah, heard him.
Yeah, well, there's something that's up on my feed. It's
anti-hazing.
Yeah, anti-hazing. I'm checking something out here on my feed. It says here, Florida A&M coach Willie Simmons suspended football-related activities after music video filmed in locker room.
After music video?
Yeah, apparently they had they had a music video that was shot in the locker room of Florida A&M.
Okay, so why was he suspended?
Well, Simmons said the video was shot by Conrad Raptor and then it contained graphic language that is not consistent with Florida A&M core values.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
I'm reading this article right now. I'm like, what the hell?
They getting awfully sensitive now, man. Shit.
Oh, they're getting way sensitive on that shit. But then again, there's certain things that should not be happening inside the locker rooms of a college football program.
Just go ahead and pass the real law, man, instead of going through all this stuff. Said it that way.
Anyway.
Yeah. Make them broads
Hazing
cover
been
up.
happening forever.
Say what?
Hazing been happening in sports forever.
Oh yeah.
Hazing's been happening, but the way it was going on in Northwestern, I remember, was it last week? They were talking about, especially when Chris Bass came on. Wait, BJ, you ever met Chris Bass? Oh man, he a funny motherfucker. That's Brian's old buddy up in back in Chicago. He's at his own radio show and such.
Oh, okay.
Shit, we had extreme.
He's the voice from the clip. What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah, I know it.
And Stupid University.
Yeah, go ahead, Lewis.
You're talking about the whole hazing thing, and this week, because like yesterday was Brian's birthday, and he kind of had to tease Brian a bit. He said, first of all, Brian, stop lying. Like, if you're against my concept, stop lying, dude. You are 9,000 years old. You're not 51. God damn it, as he explained. Anyway, Louis, how you been? What's going on at your end?
I'm on vacation. I was saying we even had extreme hazing and fucking in the military. So
shit.
I experienced hazing in high school football and everything. So that's nothing new.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, there's supposed to be like a rite of passage, and a test of manhood, but sometimes hazing just cross over into abuse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it goes too far.
Check out F Holidays.
Okay, found some.
BGS.
Yes, sir.
How is the prices of pizza out there in LA?
No change so far.
Yeah, because it's the most pizzas they are made out of high glucose wheat, and that's going to be going up like 40% soon.
Yeah, I believe it. How long
Damn,
does
how
it take?
much pizza costs in LA?
It depends where you go, but yeah, right around $10, somewhere around there. Depends on what you get. Yeah,
That's reasonable.
yeah.
What you get and whom from whom?
And for whom? Yeah. But the thing is, how long does it take for the prices that should be reflected when something like this happens?
Well, what was funny? Do you remember when they had that that fire that happened in the egg production factory?
Yeah.
Well, the following week, our prices of eggs almost doubled, and we had plenty of eggs that was in our warehouse, and it wasn't even reflecting that. Most of this stuff is just a cash grab
Yeah.
for all these supermarkets.
What is it? What is it? Buy the news and sell the facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and now the prices of eggs went down, which is funny.
Oversupply now. Oversupply now. Yeah.
Well, it's not has gone down like they used to, but they've gone down. I have noticed eggs have gone down because I remember it used to be $13 to get like a big carton of eggs. Now so you can get them for like $6 or $7.
Yeah.
And they used to like.
And how much is your carton? How many eggs is in your carton?
Like 30.
Oh, one of those, one of the big carton, one of the big with big racks. Yeah.
Yeah, the big ones. It's the real cheap generic ones. It's like 30. Now you can
spend medium or large. Is it medium or large?
I have to go check. But I know I can know they recently came out, which I haven't seen in a very long time since COVID. The little 6-count eggs you can buy.
Half dozen.
Yeah, the half dozen. They recently came back out with those again. And
you're probably gonna see them again because anytime you see anytime you see grain prices go up, everything else goes up with it. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said. Somebody was actually asking me about that. I said Lewis probably will know.
Yeah, and wheat is also a filler in dog and cat food also.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Everything's gonna go up, because they feed wheat to. Well, anytime grains go up, basically it kind of puts stress on all the other grains. So what they feed the cows and pigs and all kind of stuff.
And if you're a bean eater, you better start buying your beans right now.
Why is that?
Because a lot of the beans, one, it's a problem with them getting them here domestically because of the weather situation, and also the byproduct of Putin cutting off the ingredients for industrial fertilizer before he went in Ukraine. And
really?
A lot of beans, and again, a lot of the beans is imported right now.
Okay. Oh, so he cut off fertilizer too?
Well, before Putin went into Ukraine, before he started that.
Oh yeah. Well, U.S. put sanctions on the fertilizer.
Yeah, but he had restricted a lot of the ingredients into industrial fertilizer.
Okay.
Before he went in, and he was keeping it for Russia.
Okay.
And that caused a trickle effect. Also, do you remember India restricted their wheat exports?
Yeah.
Last year. It's causing a trickle effect everywhere.
You mean a ripple effect?
Yeah. My bad. I was coughing.
Yeah.
Like I said, you meant a ripple effect, right?
Yeah.
Trickle effect?
Yeah.
So much for controlling inflation.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I keep telling people you need to learn how to cook. Save you a little bit of money here and there.
I'm also glad I have celiac disease, but then again, it could affect me as well.
Shit, I bought me a rice cooker, a rice and grain cooker.
I tell everybody, get you a George Foreman grill, a crock pot, a rice cooker, or something if you're not good at cooking. Because I mean, it's
and an air fryer.
Getting bad. It's even
Boy,
to the point.
Don't play with me. I just made a whole 5-pound hamburger. Well, not hamburger, but taco meat, boy. Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's getting to the point that not even comfort foods is just going up, like skyrocketing. In my store, like a pack of freaking Oreos is almost $6.
Jesus,
and a 2-liter.
Oh Lord.
And 2-liter sodas, like Pepsi and Coke, is almost $3.
Damn. Okay.
Well, you guys are 2 liters. Mine's
those are liquor store prices. Those are liquor store prices. $3.
Yeah.
That's close. That's damn near the same roundabout price for them here where I'm at. Shit.
I'm glad I did what I did because I got like what are these like membership reward systems and memberships we got over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been able to like to save as much as I can. Because like one of the chains here we are able to pay through the app. That saved me a lot, and the others, it's on they're part of a reward system, so I've been able to save enough. Not a lot, but a decent amount.
Yeah, and what Art said too was real too. Learn how to cook, and that will save you money. And hell, with that, all you gotta do then is just get the shit that will last you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's getting so bad now. A pack of ramen is 90 cents where I'm at. One pack of ramen.
Damn.
One pack.
Made out of wheat.
Yeah. And I'm waiting for the tall boy can of Arizona to be no longer 99 cents. So,
Well, Don, you know the CEO came out like, I think this was during the pandemic. He was like, "We're not going to be raising our prices no matter what."
Huh.
Well, if you think about, because one guy who used to work at one of the restaurants out here used to like Bojangles, it's a chicken restaurant. He did the math on it. They selling like a medium size tea for like maybe like $1.25, right? It only costs about 5 cents to make.
now is that fountain tea?
It's they brew their own tea inside the
okay
place, but it only costs like 5 cents out of that $1.20. So I could see them not raising prices unless it's like, could they make it a huge profit off those dollar teas?
Hold on, statement. Let me look for it. I might be able to bring up the article.
You do that.
But yeah, I do remember him saying that.
Well, by the way, DK, good to hear you clearly. By the way.
My bad.
Hey, you were outside, motherfucker. You should have had the headset or some shit, man.
Well, I got some like little ass, what you call them, earbuds, man, like the AirPods.
Oh, I know what they're talking about. Yeah. They do kind of choke off your voice a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of shitty for real. So
you could just use one, But yeah.
Damn, I hear that nigga PK louder now. What's up, dude?
He's home now.
Y'all ain't shit.
Hey, Art,
I just got in the house, man.
So how was work, brother?
Just make sure you wash your hands.
Are you experiencing bullet sponging on that game?
Bullet sponging? Not really.
I was in with you with a couple of games, and I got extreme bullet sponging.
What does that mean?
Where you shoot either as lag or you just suck up bullets and the person don't die.
Oh, okay.
Are you? What was I gonna say? Are you hardwired in or no?
No, Wi-Fi.
That's probably why.
Because I'm hardwired
some
in.
Latency issues, probably. Check your ping.
Yeah, well, my son is on his iPod talking to his friends on Discord right now, yapping it up. So,
I mean, that ain't gonna draw a whole lot of bandwidth. It's like when you wire through Wi-Fi, you gotta understand the connection is being fed wirelessly. It's literally wirelessly, and so like you're losing a lot of the latency you otherwise would be getting through a direct connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then because it has to basically it's pinging not only the server, it's got to basically ping your computer because your computer is acting as a hub.
And then you have to think about all the stuff that's in the air that could be interrupting that signal.
Right.
Like your walls, the wires in your walls, and stuff like that. That's why I just said, fuck it.
So
the rain too.
For gaming, you never basically ever, unless you absolutely have to, be connected by Wi-Fi.
Yeah, always hardwired.
Let me ask you a question. I just want to ask everybody in the panel a question, first of all. Considering, I'm over here on the other side of the Atlantic. What's y'all's internet provider type situation? Do you guys get 5G or not?
Yeah.
So you guys like simultaneously 4G and 5G?
Well, I mean, go ahead.
You do have 4 and 5. It will actually downgrade to 4 when it's 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. In my case, it's like I have both on mine. So sometimes I can switch from 4 because the 5G is short distance and the 4G is long distance.
Yeah. Most towers have both. So.
Yep.
Where I'm at, we only have one 5G tower, so everything is 4G.
No.
Still kind of outdated, but yeah.
It just depends. Like Verizon around here is starting to string up these little mini towers,
Yeah.
the little mini
Yeah.
sites. Yeah.
Now
In
we
fact,
have issues.
Okay.
in fact, you can actually get internet, home internet through 5G right now.
Yep.
Okay.
One of the biggest issues, and so far as we're concerned over here, is that we still have rural issues where the farther you go away from the cell towers, the less the less
Everybody's on
service you
landlines.
get. Well, no, because you'll get worse service the farther you are away from most cities.
Yeah.
They haven't developed yet, although they are developing. Because I remember back, I'm in the country a couple years ago, and you couldn't damn near can't get a cell phone signal. Now, down they got high speed internet in the country. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah. That's part of the infrastructure they haven't really invested in. That's been like people got left behind.
That's how you get 5G in places like on the continent, man. You string towers together.
Well, in the country now, damn it, in certain areas, damn it, when you go to certain areas where it was kind of remote, but not because they just built houses there or something, so you wouldn't think until you go through that motherfucker and realize, damn, oh shit, I ain't got no signal in this bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, like in certain certain parts of Kenya, rural areas, that mobile phone has become a godsend for a lot of people but they have like the old school, like the old simple ones. It's like in the early 2000s. I remember a lot of them.
Oh, he was hiding in the bush. That bitch.
She was hiding in the bush. She was hiding in the bush.
And then he had the nerve.
But anyway,
like yeah, damn.
Wait, who does the worst when it comes to teabagging? Do you think? In which games do you think is the worst teabaggers?
I think the game was infected. I don't know why, but you just it's like playing tag, and you gotta find that motherfucker. And he was hiding in the bush.
Teabag him and everything. I remember was it? I got a friend of mine, and I don't play this game, but he does. It's called Dead by Daylight, and they always teabagging as a means of taunting each other. Dead by Daylight.
That's because they don't have open comms on that game generally.
They can't have conversations, but then again, I fuck with my friends because since he has me because I can I do request watch and I watch and play and everything, and I'm always talking shit.
I remember back in the mid to late 2000s, one of the games that was the worst about teabagging was really there were literally only two: Halo and Call of Duty. Like those games were toxic back then. They still are today, but not nearly to the same degree.
Everybody doing all those damn Halo jumps and all that shit.
Oh man, that killed me. And they do that shit in Call of Duty too. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can tell you a Halo fan.
Yeah, Halo and Call of Duty super toxic, bro. Super.
You on that bullshit? You on that bullshit, huh?
Yeah, it works on those shits, but not on no Battlefield 4, motherfucker, where I would shoot your ass from 50 yards away with that Spies 12.
Hey,
slug.
Hey, salty balls add a little flavor to life, all right?
Hell no.
Salty?
Appreciate you, Salty.
Salty, I just want to ask you something. You ever listen to Red Fox? You gotta wash your ass.
That's an old one, man.
Yeah, you better wash your ass. I mean, I learned so much from that album. 3 important things I learned from that album was always do my own goddamn laundry, never wear white drawers, and I make it a rule that foreplay begins in the showers.
Hell no.
Like you said, come to bed damp, not stinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I asked you that question earlier because I was on Mr. Z's channel earlier, and
what was the question? Yeah,
it was the question I had asked BGS earlier, like 30-40 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I asked that question because I was on Mr. Z's stream earlier, and I got the weird. I didn't get it because Dr. Thunder asked the question of, I believe it was something to the effect of, he was saying that he takes issue with men who, fuck sluts. And I'm like, You know, like it because they're
Right.
like a part of the problem. And I'm like, I've heard that before. I don't know if it was you that said that or who said that. It's like I don't have no issue with that shit, bro. Like a slut's a slut. That's what she's there to be used for.
Sluts have been
Yeah, but
around
you
for a
a
long time.
fucker.
Sluts
Yeah.
are for training.
But you got to remember that Dr. Thunder's that's an Orthodox
That's
Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna have that.
I've been wanting to ask him what branch of Orthodox Christianity he adheres to, though.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because if he's like, if he is like from up my alley, I'd be like, hey, we might chop it up or some shit like that. Even though I'm not the best example of that church, because there's a big schism between Orthodox.
Are
Two
you
camps
Eastern
there.
Orthodox or Greek Orthodox?
No, I'm Tawato. That is Ethiopian/Eritrean.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So scripturally we're related to Armenians, Assyrians, and the Coptics of Egypt, and but we are on good terms with the Greeks.
Do you got the Book of Maccabees in your Bible?
No, we have the book. I think so, but we also have the Book of Enoch in ours.
What about Ezra's, Second Ezra's, and all that?
I think so. I'm not sure, but I'm going to have to check that out later. Because Ezra is, then again, Enoch is a common name where I'm from, but except we don't say Enoch, we say Henoch. That's how we say it.
No, yeah.
Well,
Enoch
yeah,
or
I was
Enoch
trying
is
to
the same.
explain the whole thing to Dr. Thunder. I'm like, bro, like,
yeah,
I don't really take issue with that. I don't know why other guys take issue with that, because I mean, like, we've always had prostitutes, we've always had concubines in every society. At what point are we going to start telling men? Well, excuse me. At what point do you think that it's okay to regulate men from fucking whores? Like, it's always been a pastime. Like, fucking whores has been around forever.
Yeah, the thing is,
training.
if you have too many of them, guess what happens to the price of marriage? It goes down. In other words, then women can't get married because men don't see a need for it. I don't want to support kids. I don't want to support a wife. All I want to do is fuck, and fucking is cheaper than having a wife and kids.
You know what? I remember it was a few years ago.
I mean, that would be a valid argument if the price of marriage wasn't as high as it is today.
Exactly.
You know?
But the thing is, regardless of what you think the price of marriage is, right? Even back then, okay, to supporting wife and kids is very expensive. I don't care what age it is. Time, money, and effort, right?
Yeah.
That's correct. But I think that there's definitely been a large price jump by today's standards as opposed to yesteryears. That it's not even close. For instance, a family that was dirt poor, in the 1800s, 1900s, would be able to raise a family of fucking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there was a need for children at that time.
Let him finish.
Oh,
I agree to that. I agree to that, because they did also participate in labor efforts. What I'm saying, though, is that today, understanding that it's a money drain, has the price increased to some extent? Yes, but not to the total extent of what we're basically women are qualifying it as today. So, I mean, if they want to sell their fucking vagina, at a set price of 2 chicken wings, I'm not going to stop you.
I have no problem with it. But the thing is that if you think about the overall society and why they restrict prostitution, that's why.
Yeah.
Because it drives down the price. You have an oversupply, and then you have a lot of but it also causes a lot of other problems.
Well, we got a host of prostitutes out here that are unsanctioned. We might
Well,
as well
also
go ahead and open it up.
Really, we don't. You're probably too young to remember the height of the crack era, man, where there's a lot of unsanctioned prostitutes roaming around, right? It dropped the price.
Wait, what year were you born, PK?
I was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
What year? Come on. What year exactly?
You that.
You told me before.
Early 90s.
If he told you before, you should remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I approximately remember his age, but the thing is, I know he wasn't around for the
crack.
Yeah, too young.
Oh, young buck! I thought he was the same age as me. Give me 50 push-ups, nigga.
He's just been around too much. He's seen too much in his young life. That's all.
Especially with a lot of drinking and smoking involved.
Salute to you on that one, boy. I'm with you on there, man.
Too many air mattresses between here and
there. And a few headaches, and a few concussions.
Well, and speaking about Dr. Thunder, though, I mean, well, not only that, PK, but he also believes that hey, one woman is enough for you.
I don't have any issue with that. I don't have an issue with monogamy at all. I think there's a reason for it, and I think that there's a structure that needs to support it if you're going to do it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with monogamy. I think it's actually the most efficient structure for raising a healthy society. Period.
That's why they do it.
Yeah. I mean, look at ancient Athenians. They were monogamous, but they understood the importance of keeping monogamy because they knew if a certain amount, if the number of unwed young men reached a certain number, you're gonna have chaos. You're gonna have roaming bands.
So y'all don't believe. So y'all don't believe those other countries where they're allowed to have 3 wives in one household. Y'all don't believe that.
Here's the thing about
y'all don't believe. Y'all don't believe that there will be a functional society.
It's got to be balanced by either prostitution or what they call a village wife, where you have to share more than one woman. One guy share.
Not to mention. Not to mention that.
Sorry.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
I appreciate it. I was just gonna say, not outside of insinuated circumstances, or like for instance, if your country or nation's at war, then it can be permitted, or short of like in a village, you know what I mean? Like once you get to a certain size or scale, you really can't support what would you call it? Poly relationships. It can't be allowed.
Polyamorous. But the thing is, PK,
either the guys will sleep with the wives or somebody else, or they will leave. Okay.
Yes. In some cases, it was like in certain cultures, it's they have polygamy, but it's not polygyny, but polyandry.
Yeah.
And it's very few. I mean, like in Tibet, they practice polyandry traditionally, and they're Buddhist. And in other places, like in parts of India, they practice polyandry. And usually it was just it was brothers sharing one wife.
Yeah.
It was a means of birth control.
Yeah,
because they believe that
in West Africa they practice both.
True. It depends on the society, and because you have to combine that, you have to factor in if this was a patrilineal, masculine society, if they're a matriarchal or patriarchal society as well.
Yeah.
And what roles the societies that both the genders have in that society.
Yeah, because I was looking at this chick. She's in Ghana. She actually interviewing this lady. She actually donated to, right? And she had 2 husbands. An older one and a younger one.
Swamp of Decadence. Who are you?
Oh, I know the brother. So.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, panel?
Hey, what's up, panel? Oh, you got the ASMR voice.
I just wanted to add I'm doing the overnight shift. I'm glad you guys are going. It gives me something to listen to. But I wanted to add to the Dr. Thunder thing. For a little bit, I do kind of agree with him on the sense of, I am in a marriage, and I've been married for a long time. Oh no, thanks, brother.
Yeah, you need to handle a slow clap, man. Every black marriage lasts 5 years. Slow clap, bro.
Yeah,
man. These days, it's just rare.
I mean, we've been in it forever, man. We were like in 8th grade, so it's that type of thing.
Okay. So it's like one of those.
One of TV.
You like one of those.
I was made to love her, huh?
I mean, it just low key. It was a lot of dealing with the craziness. I have that same story. I went to school. I seen plenty of people, plenty of black girls rip each other's hairs out in fights and stuff. When I found one who wasn't ripping each other's hair out, I married her and moved on. I was like, I'm not going to do it. So that was my attitude.
You did good.
Right.
You did good, brother.
As long as
I'll say this.
May the Most High bless you, bro.
Yeah.
It works, man.
My best friend from high school, he's been with his wife since 16, and they're going on like their 31st wedding anniversary right now. So.
Oh,
good.
Congratulations to them. I mean, when you think about it, BTS
36 and 12.
Kicking ass, ain't
Hey, BGS.
Yes, sir.
I sent you a supermarket report in your email.
Okay.
You'll find that interesting.
Okay.
Oh, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
With the way the economy's going with this inflation, if it get worse, do you see marriages going up or staying stagnant?
I think we might see more shacking than marriage.
Yeah. Yeah, I
think
agree
they
with
see
that.
that more than Shaq getting married because women still don't want to get married. But I don't think guys want to get married and be tied down. But things for because of the economics, I think guys will actually take a chick in and vice versa.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's what I've been hearing. Ear
Mm.
to the streets, to the
Mhm.
streets. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm
Yeah.
staying away from all those Suki Hanas, from all those Ebony K. Williams, nigga.
For the men who have made up their minds and can also afford it, I think that, like BGS said,
Mhm.
those guys probably they're not going to engage. But for the men who are not necessarily all the way financially straight,
Mhm.
yeah, you're
Mhm.
going to see an increase in shacking up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you might see guys like splitting the rent or some shit like that. But then again, you
Have
got
you guys?
guys who still live with their parents because real estate, isn't it? Isn't the real estate situation like not so good?
Yeah, all over. Yeah, people
All
get
over.
kicked out of their homes and stuff like that. Even Ron was
Yeah.
saying that even in his area, he started to see eviction notices and shit like that. So
Shit, that's an eviction notice right next door.
yeah,
Damn.
Yeah.
it's getting
Damn.
bad. It's getting bad. Yeah. The thing is that basically the price of punani will go down all over, right? Because chicks need a place to stay or at least help trying to stay where they are, and also chicks getting put out. Okay, they're gonna need to.
Correct.
They have to be selling you know,
Yeah.
selling their coochie. Is what it
Mhm.
is.
That's already happening at a high frequency. So
Get ready. Get ready. You ain't seen nothing yet, boss.
Hey, what
I
that
know it.
mouth do for $5?
I'm fine. When you see them suburban chicks on the corner, you know something happened. Okay,
Oh no, trust me, I've
you already seen that too.
yeah, I've already seen it. Yeah, that ain't
Okay.
that ain't
Oh
it.
shit, suburban chicks.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I wish I was young to be out there to kind of scope things out, man. Shit.
Now the trend's been going down of these chicks eating dudes mudslides.
What?
Oh,
Tossing salad.
Shout out to
pause.
yeah, that's been around for a while. But Sukihana, shout out to Sukihana.
Oh God.
You mean tossing salad?
Yeah, did tossing salad. Yeah, the remix.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I mean, like, I respect whatever men's decisions are in the bedroom. I'm not gonna judge, but like that in particular is kind of like a pause, bro. You sus, dog. Like, I don't know, bro.
Well, that's why you gotta
Right.
watch your hands, my dude.
Yeah. That's been a Gen X thing for a minute, man.
I'll be
It's
still
been a
be.
millennial thing for a
No,
while.
I'll
Now
still be careful.
Gen X started that shit, man. I remember.
When the Gen X started, yeah, but didn't millennials take it and run with it?
They always do, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bet the shit out of her.
Hey,
Make
Gen
sure she
X's are
don't
the
do that.
QBs.
And I'm
Millennials with the running backs.
only time I heard somebody do that was that one song. I was like, "Eat booty like groceries." Like what?
Yeah, that shit threw me for a loop.
It's like what?
I was told off, bro. Like,
That's what I thought.
yeah,
Like
what?
My favorite, I remember, was the Def Jam fight for New York. Redman, before the fight, he would always say, "I'm gonna take your tongue out and lick my ass with it."
Ugh.
I remember that shit.
Wait, who's your favorite character in Fight for New York, Ray?
You said my favorite character in what?
In Def Jam Fight for New York, who was your favorite character?
Oh shit, I better forgot. Oh man,
You need
but
to
it was decent.
reposition.
I still got the game. I have, the funny thing, speaking of which, we're talking about prices going up. The price for, if you try to look for, Def Jam Vendetta or Def Jam Fight for New York,
motherfucker.
for Vendetta, the prices have pretty much been down, but because of the demand for the sequel, the prices have gone ridiculously up. So if you're looking at that game anywhere, like on Amazon shit, it's up. I'm glad I got mine like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, you
Hey,
better.
pro tip: anytime, and this is for you, Art. Anytime you shoot at somebody and you don't kill them, always reposition.
Yep.
If you didn't kill them, then they still out there somewhere waiting on you.
Yeah, they would do what you.
Oh, by the way, PK, what your views on what Dr. Thunder said about guys fucking hoes and sluts and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to something I remember a few years ago.
that the field marshal Ron Wills said. He had that one clip where he said, "Shout out to all the Pookies and the Ray Rays for taking out all these big booty Brendas, the fat chicks, and all the messed up ugly chicks." Because understand, metaphorically speaking, where the men are playing defense. So the Pookies and Ray Rays, those are defensive linemen, opened up the holes for us linebackers to take out, and for us linebackers to take out the QBs and the running backs, the quarterbacks and the safeties to take out the receivers and tight ends. So we got to give them a shout out.
Yeah,
they're doing their job. We got to do our job.
They're doing the Lord's work. That's for sure.
Well, hey man, I don't know anything about that, bro. I don't do that.
Where's G at?
Yeah, that's a G thing, bro. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but PK,
I have a standard
no.
for the
PK.
No, hold on.
I know, but you told us told us some stories. And I realized when you were in high school, you started out as a nose tackle. You just became a linebacker.
Nah, I ain't never hit no big.
You started out as Warren Sapp. No, you started out as Warren Sapp, and then you became Ray Rice. Ray Lewis.
That was G, not I. No, I ain't never hit no big chick, bro, in life.
Yes, you did. You told us a story.
He never said that. No, he never said that one.
All right. We can check. Hey, let me go get the line.
Baby
mamas and air mattress with kids next to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I done did some wild shit now, but I ain't never hit no ugly bitch like that. Is just below my threshold.
You would hit Sukiyana.
We all got a threshold.
You wouldn't hit Sukiyana with makeup?
I don't know who Sukiyana is.
Oh Lord.
The rapper talking about she needs her coochie scratched.
Let me look at a picture. Hold on.
I
don't fuck with some women that are not
borderline.
They're borderline, like they're not fucking ugly though.
Just at the cut.
Knowing you wouldn't. Knowing you wouldn't.
It depends.
Nah, fuck no. God. No.
I told you, knowing you wouldn't.
Had to ask. Okay. Had to see what a line is.
No. No.
Hey, would you smash Kiki Palmer?
Who's that?
Would you hit Kiki? Would you smash Kiki Palmer?
I don't know who that is.
Kiki Palmer.
Kiki
Palmer.
I look at a picture, man. I live under a rock. Okay.
No, he's the one that let go her boyfriend and was dancing with Usher.
I don't know. I haven't followed her. I don't know. I'm looking at a picture of her though.
She's average.
If I was drunk, yeah, I might.
No, look at a picture where her with no makeup. How about that?
She's average.
Is that what she? Is that her face for real? Like, is that the structure of her face?
Yeah. She's borderline, huh?
I'd be drunk.
She's on the cusp. Can we stop using the term borderline?
No, I'd be drunk. I'd be drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we go borderline. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but because of what I have, when I hear the term, I get confused.
She kind of hard. She kind of hard in the face. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, she's not the cutest thing, but she's average. She's a 5.
Okay. Would you smash Malika Andrews?
I don't know who that is, bro.
This dude
Sports Illustrated. Sports Illustrated.
ESPN. No, ESPN.
ESPN. Okay.
Sports ESPN, or look at her sister Kendra.
When y'all say
she's cute, she's an ass.
Kendra's cuter, but it's just Malika.
Well, if we're just going on looks, like we're not talking about personality, because personality, like for me, will get you disqualified. Like period. It'll get you
damn right.
Conduct.
Yeah, she's an asshole. So.
Yeah, it'll get you disqualified.
So what y'all mean by hard in the face? Y'all mean like that damn muscular, like that strong chin, huh?
She has strong angles.
Yes, Sukiyana's got strong angles.
Yeah, she got a strong face, bro. She like Crimson Chin out here, bro. Like she's strong face, bro. Like nah.
Man, she looked like.
What's the chick's name? Suki what?
Sukiyana.
Sukiyana I think she's from Florida.
Yeah,
SUKIYANNA. Yeah, it's UKIYA.
NNA. I think that's how you spell it. Sukiyana.
I mean, Malika Andrews, she's alright. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, she alright.
Yeah. I don't like
a 6.5. Yeah,
I don't like any chick that look like she smell like old White Castles. Nope.
What would you rate her?
About a 7.
Yeah, okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah, she about a
I can
7.
agree to that. Yeah, I'd give her a shot. But if she's an asshole, no, you're
Yeah,
disqualified.
she,
Oh, Suki Hana. Okay.
mixed girl with an attitude. That's what she is.
Good God, that's
It's
ugly.
good.
She looked
It's
like
good. I heard that.
Crazy Eyes from Orange Is the New Black.
I'm mad at you
It's
even
good.
know
I
that.
heard that. Man. 'Cause I'd say I agree. I
Somebody
agree
get
with
the
that.
bleach. I need to bleach my eyes now.
Yeah, I'd have a go at her for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Malika Andrews or Kendra? Her sister Kendra.
I don't know who Kendra is.
No, she's got a sister who's a courtside reporter for
Yeah,
the
looks
Golden
almost
State
like
Warriors.
looks
Looks almost like her, but she's got a dad's nose. She looks more like her father.
Hold on, let me look her up. If she
They're
looks
like
like
half
her,
black,
I mean,
half.
probably so. I mean, let me see a picture.
No, guys, I think I agree with Dr. Thunder on everybody out there being degenerates in a sense. And it's only on the position. It's only on the position that, man, when you get in these, as a couple, you do like couple dating, right? And when you're sitting here, like listening to these husbands, man, there's always, if they've been out there, there's always this sense of, I let my wife run wild because I ran wild in my single days. And that's where a lot.
Oh my God, I can't stand that,
man,
dude.
I've heard that so many times, bro. And at a position, it's like, bro, like, and then what makes it worse is that when they see how my family moves in order,
who's drilling teeth in the
I
background?
know,
Yeah,
really.
god damn. God damn.
No, that ain't me.
I know.
No, that's
Oh, you at work, Swamp?
yeah. I'm at work,
Oh,
man.
okay,
You got
all
this
right. Okay, that's
machine
okay.
going crazy.
Okay, all right. I was just wondering. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I was just going to add it in the sense that, and it makes it rough because, it's hard to be friends with couples when the biggest issue with couples is when the women don't get along.
Okay.
And man, when you see, when they see the whole family down from me to the wife to the 3-year-old, everyone's helping and put all hands on deck. And they have a household that's more gynocratic where she's just kind of sitting and letting the guys do everything. Man, they give you the side eye.
Okay.
They give you the side eye. So that's where I agree with Dr. Thunder in the sense of, if you're going to be a degenerate to the sense to, you don't stick up for yourself anymore and all that nonsense. You value the panani to the point to where you don't maintain order in the house anymore. That's where I get it.
He's a cuck, man.
Yeah, that's all you are. You're a cuck.
You're a cuck.
Scared to loser kind of motherfucker.
She must be making a whole bunch of money to do that kind of shit.
It's a lot.
These guys,
there's
they pay.
a lot of dudes out here like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. No, yeah, there's a lot, a majority of them. A majority that they don't say anything. They complain. They want to complain. It's like the Max Bear stuff. They like to complain to me in the dark, and then I'm like, look, bro, I don't want to listen to that.
Yeah,
because that's not conversation. Yeah, I don't like listening to it because I get angry watching it.
Hey, Swan, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, since you work in the night shift, it's only right that you play the Commodore song "Night Shift." But there's this analogy I was. That's a beautiful song, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you were shitting on it. I'm sorry.
I wasn't. No,
that's a good song.
That's my jam. That's a jam from back in '87, was it? '86, '87. Because remember, it was like around the time because they.
How the fuck I'm gonna remember?
No, I know. Yeah, I don't. You were not, dude. You were still in your dad's.
Both of y'all
right?
weren't even born.
Yeah, you wasn't born.
I was born. What do you mean? Who are you talking to, Art?
How old are you?
You weren't alive.
Art, I was born in '82. About 4 months after you, dude.
You was a baby.
I was a little kid when the song came out.
Lies.
I was born on the year. I was born on the year of Top Gun.
Okay.
I'm just talking shit, but anyway.
He talking shit. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll fix you. I'll fix you a good drink after this. A stiff drink for you.
Oh, don't worry.
But anyway,
one. You got it.
Oh, don't worry. You're gonna like this. But anyway, this analogy I remember I ran with a couple people for Swamp, if he's still there. And the analogy I used was all these duet albums by Marvin Gaye, if you remember them.
Let me
think about it, because he did 6 albums, 6 duet albums. The first one was with Mary Wells. Nobody remember it. I listened to that song. It was just there was nothing there. Then of course he did that album with Kim West in for there. You had the song "It Takes Two," and then he did 3 albums with Tammy Terrell, and then he did that last one with Diana Ross.
My name's Adam 22.
Yeah.
And
in your case,
my
man,
wife's
you and your wife, if you guys are on the same page and shit, that's like the relationship between Marvin and Tammy because they did 3 albums together. Something was working.
Man, you
There
get
was
that
some
shit
chemistry right there. You
squared
know what I'm
with
saying?
God, bro. Like if you can actually, I don't know how men can rationalize being married to a woman and like how you square that.
I don't know, bro. I don't know,
My
man. The
name's
motherfucker.
Adam 22, and my wife's pussy's called racial harmony.
And it was only and Mr. Panto makes his presence felt.
That shit was funny. That shit's wild as funny as to me. He's getting ragged all throughout social media.
I'm just like this.
And
There's
now
no
he
way.
mad at dude.
I'm like this. Why are you getting mad at me? Getting mad at who's like fucking eviscerating your wife's guts. That's what you need to get mad at.
Man, that bothers me, bro. Like, God,
You know?
how are you not?
You hear me? He said it bothers me.
Obviously, his wife's not unbothered. I mean,
yeah,
she's a little bow-legged,
PK,
but you know.
PK, look at this way.
She's a hoe.
Basically, he's just mad because it don't fit no more.
You guys stretch out.
I mean, it's like
before.
It's like throwing a hot dog down the Grand Canyon now.
It'll close back up.
Yeah, I agree with you, BGS. When Jesus, Buddha, and Allah comes,
you hear me?
Hey, all she has to do is take his little soak in some apple cider vinegar.
Oh, nigga, stop it.
You know, Adam 22 is so pathetic. Even his pocket pussy laughs at him now.
Oh man.
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. Like, how you comfortable? I mean, like, you did marry a porn star, but at the same time, it's like, bro, how could you like? That's your.
Hey, look
that's
at Jesse
supposed to be
James.
yours, bro. What's wrong with you?
Look at Jesse James, man.
It's called community chess.
Yeah, literally. That's disgusting.
Like, I mean, shit. You know, you can't even have breakfast with the bitch anymore. Hey, babe, would you like any sausage?
How about some eggs?
I mean, like, for real, like, I get it. Like, if you a motherfucker who literally is pimping out your wife, all right, bruh. I mean, like, I'd never do no shit like that, but I get it.
I can't.
And then he got to kiss her too.
You're not an official porn star, PK.
That's true. That's true.
And then he got to kiss her too. Oh God, man.
A lot of these people got to be with each other because they can't be with other people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, have to be like, I don't know.
I'll be like,
a lot of people in the industry have to be in a relationship with somebody in the industry.
I don't know why it's that big a deal. He signed off on it. You know?
He did sign off on it.
No,
disgusting.
I think it's not that he signed off on it. It's his reaction. This is like I don't know, man. And everybody's like, man, I wouldn't do that. And then the porn stars actually said, like, yeah, I had a great time with your wife.
Shit!
I mean, look at it this way. Imagine, look at it this way. Imagine.
Oh my God.
Your girl, you hug your wife. You want to get it on, but she had just come home from doing a scene with Lexington Steel and Mola Monster.
Oh, God.
I mean,
and it was a 3-way.
Tell her to bring home some pussy. That's all.
I mean, all you got to do was realize this. Adam 22 was given a curveball. His wife was just given a curve and some balls. That's it. I mean, yeah.
He could have been a straight shooter.
He needs to get off the internet, bro. This is fuck him up.
Nah, he ain't gonna miss out on that money, man.
Nah, he just got to learn how to deal with it. Shit. I mean, he signed off on it.
Yeah.
Hey, every choice has a consequence, whether good or bad.
I agree.
But all her choices had a cock with it.
Yeah. If you in that business,
I mean, they call it truth and consequences. Now you got whiff and lift.
And as many threesomes they had with other women, they brought in. He just gave her a mulligan. That's all.
Oh God!
I'm sorry. What?
A mulligan.
I don't. What the hell does that mean?
It means you
do over.
Yeah.
It's like okay, I'll give you one.
Okay.
And one turned into many.
Hey,
I mean, I bet
what was funny that he said like, "Oh, don't worry, I was gentle."
Bro, I'm cringing, bro.
I
Like,
know-
if this
I
is
know-
what this guy has to take every day, I couldn't
Dude,
imagine.
I know.
What if she had one of those? What if she had one of those black guys singing "Fall Into the Gap"? Like, oh god, like god.
I know Uncle Kevin, man. I know he would have roasted this dude, man. He would have been like, "You done broke all high value man laws."
Whoever Uncle Kevin was.
Ray, hold on. Excuse me, Ray. Do I gotta hit you with that Robin Harris joke again? Now that was your first mistake. What made y'all think that this motherfucker was a high value man?
Like, I mean, shit. God damn. When your wife has more balls on her face than a circus seal, god damn.
Oh God!
That's what she juggles balls for a living.
Yep.
She juggling balls with her mouth like a seal.
I gotta ask a question. Who's the better ball handler? Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson's son, or Adam 22's wife?
I can't do this. This is bad. This is bad. This guy is so fucked.
Oh, Charles, you ain't shit.
Fucked. He's
Go
done
ahead.
for.
Go ahead. Go ahead, tell me I ain't shit. I relish in it.
Nah. Y'all
I
on the
thought that was
mark
already
here.
assumed.
Y'all are on the mark
We
here.
knew. We
Wrong.
just have to reinforce it after time. This motherfucker, you nasty motherfuckers, Redman would say.
You know, I had my friends die laughing at our little group chat on Facebook Messenger. They showed a picture of like Magic Johnson and his family, and my boy said, "Wait for it." And I said the same thing. You know, who's the best ball handler in the family? And I'm just
Share this real quick, Art, if you can.
I don't know if
okay.
I want to see it. Y'all been
Hey, BGS, isn't that what Adam 22 said?
I seen this a while ago.
Yeah, check this one out. A guy stole a car, found a baby in the back, drove back, dropped off the baby, scolded the parents, and got back in the stolen car.
Yep. Yeah.
What type of retarded shit is that?
Hey, I do a lot of shit. Just I ain't fuck with the kids.
Yeah. How dare you leave a baby in the car by itself?
The ultimate fucked him. Well, how could you?
I mean, two things would have happened. Number one, it's sad that it's fucked up on so many levels that the criminal gave a fuck more about the child than the parents.
Yeah.
Unless the parents planned fuck all this kid shit and planted them. But it's another thing because you do not want to steal a car, which already is going to be a felony car stop, but then you got a fucking Amber Alert for a baby.
You're
done.
That's a kidnapping right there. You're looking at kidnapping charges, and they're gonna fuck you up worse than
kidnapping a child.
Like they would kidnapping kids.
You never had fun.
Get out of
you
the
never
car.
had fun until you rip them. Go ahead, BJ.
I said, get out of the car, leave the keys, and call the cops and tell them where the car is.
Yeah. Like I swear to God, you never had fun until you had to rip a motherfucker out of a car through the window.
Ooh. Yeah. Was that fun?
You sound as if.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that fun? Like, goddamn. Like, hot shit.
At least for me.
Ain't no fun shit. That's some crazy. I mean, yeah, it might be. Goddamn.
Oh, wait, we forgot. This is Charles. This nigga crazy.
I mean, at least for me, I mean, shit, I've done some crazy shit. I had a guy,
he's on your left.
We running a warrant on him.
Once you cross that corner, he's on your left.
We had a fucking guy with a warrant. He tried to run.
Ah, gotcha.
He pushes past a couple of cops, and he runs past me, and I grabbed him by his shirt.
Well, I mean, I was just telling where the other dude got shot from, because you're
oh
looking
man,
at the other dude.
Oh, he
Where
went
you
to
got
that
shot
cop
from?
shit. Right now, I can't stand cops.
Mm.
You gotta
We
Yeah.
don't blame you.
pay
Wait,
attention
You
to
know,
that's
the
what it is.
trajectory of where the body's dropping. You'll be able to tell where they got shot from, bro.
it's funny because when I hear things
Follow the
about people,
tracers on the bullets.
The bullets got tracers.
I got
yeah,
more. I got more respect for the firefighters right now, just to
He's
keep it
up
real.
top, and he got one below. There's one up top of the building.
fuck the firefighters, they fuck up your house.
No, no, hey, I seen a couple right at the gas station. I'm like, damn. I'm like, bro, y'all jack like a motherfucker, bro. Y'all should be working for the police department. They laugh.
Nah,
It was
those
like,
guys be working. Those guys
no,
more
they
like
laugh.
exotic dancers.
Nah, they laugh, bro. They was like, nah, man, we're the good guys, man. I'm like, shit. I can't say nothing to that. Salute.
So
You
are
talking
the
about
cops.
dancers? They don't deserve good guys. They only get this hard dick and bubble gum. What are you talking about?
Like I said, a lot of cops are good guys. I always tell people, I said, I want you to think about this. Most of you idiots give your guns away, so you really think that if the cops were crooked, what the fuck could you do? Like, really? The majority of them were, what could you do? And it's like, thank God, majority are not. It's like, I tell people, you know what? Come on a ride along, just one ride along, and your respect factor for police will change immediately. I had one motherfucker was like, yeah, you had to deal with that. Shit. Mm-hmm.
You deal with all
I
kinds
said,
of personalities.
all the problems that you don't feel like dealing with, or most people are scared to encounter, I gotta face.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Charles, it could always be worse. You could be a ball juggler for a living.
Nah, I am not my Magic Johnson's son. Nope.
Yeah.
Can we get on the ball handling shit now? This is getting too crazy. This is getting too,
he does the
too
cross
early
up.
in the fucking morning for me at my end. Well, 10:20.
He does the cross up too, and a no look.
Oh,
You mean
pause.
crossover?
Pause. Just no. Just no. Stop.
Oh
Not
yeah,
like
you
this.
said cross up, crossover, and cross dress. But anyway, I'm sorry. How the fuck you try to convince somebody that you're a woman at 6'7"? I'm sorry. Like, it
Wait,
doesn't
is that how
make
tall
sense.
EJ is? He's 6'7"?
Well, he's 6'6", 6'7". He's damn near his dad's height.
This shit is wild, bro. What the
Because his dad's
fuck
like,
is
what,
happening
6'8"?
to the world, bro?
6'9"?
Hands look like sausages and shit. Fucking fingers and shit. I'm a lady. And what
Man,
you
his motherfucking
especially
hands
after
are
he
the
dropped all
size
that
of
weight.
his hands are the size of goddamn like 3 of my hands. That shit is wild, bro. Like
that motherfucker can palm 2 basketballs with one hand. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I mean, you look
I'm
at that
just wondering.
motherfucker and you realize, damn, this guy's like the same. Are you sure that's not Dennis Rodman's baby?
Have you ever encountered some shit like that in real life, bro? I have one time in life.
What?
I have.
What we
what's
talking?
the funniest? I'm sorry. Transgender shit is funny to me. I know it's a very hard subject for some people, but it's funny to me.
That
It's a hard
shit
subject
is
for Charles.
weird.
What?
It's weird to me, bro.
It's
That
an
shit
easy-
weird to me. I'm
Well,
like,
you know,
this
I
is a
accept.
6'8" man, bro, in a dress.
I'm a fair guy because I accepted Arthur Vidmore for his transition, so I'm fair.
Hey, man.
I mean, PK, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I know a couple of trans folks, right? One's a dude, but he's like 6'5". He transitioned from a female. No, he was a female. He was born female, but he transitioned to a man.
I mean, she was already a man at 6'5". What the fuck?
Yeah. 6'5", tomboyish as hell. I was like, but the thing was, I'm glad. I said, dude, I'm glad you got the beard because without that beard, all that testosterone made your blue eyes so piercing, intimidating. It looked like you were gonna take me. This ain't lockup, dude. Don't look at me like that. But it's a white dude too. This guy's white, so he looked at me like, I'm just glad you're not the black guy. So that's all I can say about it. But
Neighbor got shook when he said, "I like this and I watch this."
Hey, to be fair, I'd be shit too. Don't worry, his neighbor. I'd be shit too. Like, yeah, that.
I'm
gonna be like,
I'm
Charles,
looking at him.
help.
I'm just like, nah. The scariest part was like, well, not the scariest part. The weirdest situation I met was with a trans woman. And the reason how I met this person is because I got a friend who works at a sex shop, at an adult store, right? A sex shop.
You
And
said
I'm
what
down
about
there
dating?
once.
A date chat?
Nigga, shut the fuck up, let me finish. Stop trying to translate this shit to you guys.
He said he needs a dating chat line. What was it? Oh.
No, no.
All right, I'm gonna
Stop
pour a
it.
drink, man. This is getting bad. This is getting bad.
You need a drink.
I'm gonna tell you the funniest shit about transgenders.
I never
man.
got shook.
I'm gonna
But
tell you the funniest
fuck
shit
y'all.
about transgenders when you're a cop. The funniest shit. It was this weird looking guy. Like he looks like a cross between a weasel and a beaver. And he walked, and this transgender, built like Antoine Bolden for the Super Bowl, right? With the Ravens. I mean, just 6'4" in a mini skirt. This guy's trying to bother me, officer. I hit him one time. I said, "Shit, you should have hit him again. He would have asleep." I'm like, I'm just looking at like, what are you looking for? I'm like, I see your rings, man. Who did you play for? Well, I did play college ball. No shit.
Shit.
Dude.
Yeah, I was
who remembers that what was it, that one incident that went viral? It was a trans person who was just flipping out at a GameStop.
Yeah,
it's ma'am.
It's ma'am. I am a man. Is what this motherfucker was saying. Or motherfucker, excuse me.
I seen a dude at Walmart with pink Twizzlers in his head, and in the same 30 minutes, I seen a fat kid. I'm like, damn it, boy, these women are emasculating these boys. A fat kid with a bonnet on his head. I was about to take a picture.
The young guys are wearing fucking the hair shit.
I mean, anytime you got fucking these little commercials that said it's okay to be feminine. Men are not supposed to be dominant. They're supposed to be submissive. Yeah, you bitch.
Who remembers back in the day when dudes used to rock a shower cap on their heads?
I wasn't alive, thankfully, because I'd have caught
PK probably
out.
No,
PK
this
probably,
is like I'm talking like
PK
Ice-T,
50 years old right now,
or
nigga.
Bone Thugs and Harmony and shit, dude.
If back in the day, if you fuck with a nigga with a jerry curl, he had a gun. He was gangster. Nowadays, you fuck with a nigga with a jerry curl, he's trying to get your number.
I'm gonna look at you sideways if you looking kind of weird, bro. Like you.
Well, how about dudes and curlers? Because I remember, was it like Ice-T had the joke in Good Hair? He talked about like you can tell the size of the curler by the color. He even joked that he once had a mugshot. He had a mugshot while wearing curlers.
I know that like we've gone through periods where some of the things that we see as feminine today may have been like acceptable in the past and vice versa, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like I for me, it's like it's hard to imagine, because the 90s.
Well, what's your take on skinny jeans?
That was the era of baggy clothes, everybody hard for real, era. So it's like
sagging pants,
looking at dudes. Well, not super sagging like the shit today, but a little bit sagging.
Man, they don't sag today.
I don't know. I mean, like
it's too skinny. You can't sag at all.
Maybe 10 years ago. I don't know about now, but maybe 10 years ago, where dudes
it's all
super
this is what I want to understand for all you young guys out there. What is the purpose of sagging with skinny jeans? I don't get that.
They don't really do it.
So
they
don't
really do it like that anymore.
They do that and I've seen it too because I walk past these niggas every time when I go get my weed. They do that.
You said you buy it from them? What?
No, they wear it. They wear that shit every time when I walk past their little asses. I'll be like, "What's up?" Because I go to my weed man. You know what I mean? And he don't dress like them, no, but shit, they be sagging them, but they be wearing those. They be having this damn these long ass pistols, these pistols with these long ass clips and shit. So they do that so they can fit all that in there.
This is how they do it. See, it's funny coaching these kids. They don't buy pants up to their waist. They sag them. They buy them to where they sag because if they pull it up to their waist,
So they
it
buy
comes up
high
to their calf.
waters.
So
So they buy high waters like
pretty
deliberately.
much it'd be up to their fucking calves. So they
Right.
buy it sagging where it sags.
That's
Because if they
right.
try to do it with skinny jeans, it wouldn't work.
What is going on with your aim, Art? What the fuck?
I got this new weapon. I'm trying to get used to it.
I'm like, you can't run at all.
That's what that trans male said.
Oh, it's on all this.
Like I swear to God, man, it's like I'm one day I'm gonna just have a Patreon and just talk about all the ignorant shit that I've seen when it came to like families and their gay, bi, lesbian relatives. I'm just be like,
To BGS, I see he done dropped off, so I went to sleep.
Yeah,
he was getting too old for this shit, basically.
and I'm just like I've been through family disturbances where the aunt and the nephew are arguing, and she's calling him the F-bomb. He's a hoe.
I need some more stability for this.
Caught him up. Okay, all right, I get what you're saying. Okay.
And I'm just like, it's very rare you could just make me turn and like have a reaction. I'm just like, God damn. The family was so bad. The mother of the guy was a drunk, and probably so. Probably never accepted her son's lifestyle totally.
Well, I'm gonna throw this out here to you when you get done. I'm gonna throw this out here.
And I'm like, I had to go to this house twice. Because I made a point that if I come here a third time, I'm locking everybody in the fucking house up. Fuck all y'all. Let the judge see it up.
So there's two
You're just sick of
things.
shit.
There's two things I done noticed, man. Like, because you do see that shit like in low income areas in particular, and there's a reason for that. And they usually have unstable family structures, and they also generally have either they've been touched at some point in life, and it's pretty evident. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty clear. Like, something happened. Like this, you didn't choose this for real. Like, something happened to you.
Yeah, most of the time it's touched. A couple of times I'll say this. What happens is that some of this shit is because of touching or perversions. The other part is because of encouragement environment. Like, I don't know about you. If you get caught playing in your mama's shoes, your daddy probably beat your ass. Or your mama. Because that wasn't proper. But nowadays, they like almost hit a bitch in her face because she tried to say, "Ooh, you sassy." I said, "Shorty, don't ever say that to me again." Like, I'm telling you, because that's crossing lines you should never go. You might as well just go. You might as well just call me gay.
You tried me for real. Like, that's what you did.
You think you called a grown man sassy? I said, you know what's funny? I'm not a woman beater, but you should have a little fear of men. You shouldn't just be, especially if you're trying to date or you're trying to talk to me and you're not. And no, you be real sly with your words. And I said, don't ever fucking say that to me again. She was like, but I was just saying, no, don't ever fucking say that to me again.
You slick. I mean, like, when you, at least in Georgia, we call that slick talk, bro. You tried me.
I mean, everybody call that slick talk. Like you tried. Like you really you try to whore me, yo. You try to whore me. Like, really. You don't know what sets people off, so don't be respectful, especially until you get to know people. And even then, there should be a little bit of respect and decorum. Like, if you're my boys, yeah, we can rag with each other because we were friends for damn near 30 years. But that whole new thing of calling men sassy, I never was down with that shit. That shit.
Well, it's like I think that we got certain words. Like, I remember, for instance, with the whole BGS and Amazing Lucas thing, I watched that recently, and the whole Bussy discussion, like that, brother, like that's some gay shit, bro. Like men don't say that. That's some gay ass
Like
shit, bro.
you can tell that this guy, and I don't know if you heard my live.
Oh, I said the G word. I apologize. You get what I'm saying? That's some sus stuff, bro. You don't say
Like,
that.
I don't know if you heard about my live about that. When you talk about
halfway through it, but continue.
when you talk about that pussy shit, right? I'm gonna say this.
That's
Number
homosexual
one,
talk.
number one, you're not used to being around black men. He's not. Amazing Lucas. If he probably one of those niggas who counts as black friends because he's socially awkward being around black people. I can tell. And I mean, I'm going to BlurCon, and he's the type of nigga who go to BlurCon. We're out smoking and partying and all this shit outside or inside, and he would fuck up the flow because he would just be that awkward. You keep telling grown ass men, "Oh, this is the pussy sphere." See, the internet has made brave men out of a lot of these keyboard gangsters.
Can you please repeat that for the fools in the back?
I'm gonna say this one more time, one more again. The internet has made brave men out of a lot of keyboard gangsters that you would not even dare say that shit to a man's face. Hell, I'll even go one step further. When you ask your fathers, ask your mothers. 70s and 80s gay people are not like these soft bitches today.
No, they're not.
Because
no, they were not.
They would fight you. you Everybody knew uncle or aunt so-and-so, leave them the fuck alone. They're doing their stuff. They had, number one, they had modesty. They waited till the kids were asleep to do their thing. They didn't do that shit out in the open with the kids. They waited till kids were inside the house and they did their stuff. You made fun of a gay man back in the 70s and 80s. He is gonna fuck you up. And guess what? Walk around with the shame of getting your ass beat by the gay guy.
Yep.
And a lot of cats don't appreciate modesty no more. So
that's why, Ray, I don't agree. Like I had to tell people, like I had this discussion last year at BlurCon. I said, I respect anybody's shit. If you gay, lesbian, bi, trans, whatever, I respect it. Don't try to force me into your thing. Just like if I was Christian, I think it's rude to try to like convert you and say you're going to hell because of what your beliefs are. So I'm like, I said, here's my issue, right? Can you take your kids to a Christmas Day parade?
You can.
Could you take them to a Thanksgiving Day parade?
You can.
Yeah.
New Year's Day.
Sounds about right.
MLK.
Probably so.
Can you take your kids to a Pride parade?
God, no.
Hell no, books.
No.
Blasphemy.
That's
too wild.
And let's just say, here's the reason why. You've seen what those people dress like at those parades.
No, I've seen what they do.
And
Tits
what
out,
they do.
Tits out, dicks out, and maybe or maybe not fucking in
or damn near. All they gotta do is bump into somebody.
No, I've seen pictures in that Pride parade down in Florida, and he had like grown ass men kissing on little boys.
Yeah, shit different.
Oh hell no! Trying to basically set a testament saying, "Oh no, we gonna come for the little ones, huh? You bastards."
Yeah, and they had like a little girl put like some money in some chick's G-string. That's why I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" That's why I'm pissed about the whole simple fact that they had these transgender story time shit in these schools and shit.
It was drag queens.
Nah,
drag
bro,
queens.
you missed it, bro. You missed it a couple days ago, Art. There was and this wasn't a couple days ago. I want to say like last month maybe. There was an article or whatever where motherfuckers was saying like, yeah, bro, like for real, they said this at the parade. They had it as a chant. We actually for real coming for your kids. Real shit.
Yeah.
They said it at the parade.
Yeah, because like I believe it because there's so much video of them doing weird ass fucking shit, trying to twerk in front of kids, showing their tits in front of kids. Like I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And these parents are just like eating it up, like,
I'm not condoning this shit, but I'm gonna tell you one thing: action always change culture. You do that shit, and a parent wakes your ass up with a fucking 40 caliber pistol. Not condoning it. You're gonna see a lot of this shit die down because here's another thing that people don't understand. You're 5 to 6 times more likely to be abused as a child in a single mother home.
Yes.
Yep.
Or if you don't have an active father around, predators are gonna prey. So
They always look for the easiest ones. They always look for the easiest mark.
here's the fucked up part. You got a lot of these people doing weird shit with children, and mama, a lot of times, and I'm not trying to be on no gynocentric shit, but I'm gonna just tell the facts. Mama is so much more likely to believe the boyfriend over her own daughter, and I've had cases where I've seen that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, why you trying to fight? She tried to sleep with my boyfriend. Well, he tried to touch me.
And shit.
He tried to touch me. I said, so let me ask you this question. Why do you have a grown man in your house with teenage daughters and you're not married to him? Nothing. So this woman cried and shit later on that night, and she literally tried to fight her daughter. I had to escort her daughter out the house.
That's why I told you, Charles. I said it live on the air. I didn't tell you. I just said in general, fuck them kids. Nobody gives a fuck about them kids, bro. And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just being honest. Like, truth is that these mothers don't really give a fuck about their kids.
You talking about these heartless bitches, yeah.
They don't give a shit.
And I'm gonna tell you the worst part about that call, PK. I seen the mom chasing the guy, and she's crying, damn near crawling with the guy walking away. So I stopped my patrol car and say, "Hey, come here, yo." She's like, "What?" I said, "I hope you're not trying to touch a fucking 15-year-old girl." No. And his buddy was like, because I grabbed him up by his collar and lifted him off his feet. And his buddy like, "Yo, what you doing? You can't do that." I said, "Motherfucker, you better run or you get the same treatment." That motherfucker looked like Barry Sanders. Like, he took off. And, when you accidentally, have a guy who's clumsy and trips into the hood of your car a couple of times, head first. I mean, during the conversation, he was a little clumsy.
Shit happens. Be like that sometimes.
Shit happens. You think that's fucked up? Well, you try to touch a 15-year-old girl.
Even worse, because in Maryland, at the age of consent is how old again?
16.
16.
Well, these days, I mean, like, you go with 18 because, let's be honest, the shit is getting bad out here.
That's 16. The only reason I say 16 is because of this. One, a lot of these bitches are built with bigger titties and fat asses than their mamas. And these chicks are a lot of times, even though it's illegal as fuck, are allowed to be in some adult areas because if they look the part, nobody's idea them.
Look, I mean, like I said, it's unfortunately,
it's fucked up.
It's fucked out here, bro.
It's fucked up, and I'm not saying, you go look for 16. No, because I know some dumbass gonna misconstrue what I said. A lot of times with that 16-year-old shit, and this is what I told people, man. Out of all the guys I've spoken to in person and online, each guy who probably lost his virginity, it was probably by a extra horny, sexually aggressive girl.
But hey, ain't back. Okay.
Huh?
No, I was gonna say, ain't back in the days wasn't it like back in the days of Japan when the families, when there was too poor or whatever, they'll sell their daughters to the traders and they'll take them to the brothel house, like around the age of like 15 or 16.
That was Thailand.
Less
Back,
than that, actually. Less
like,
than that age.
and I'm talking about like back in like probably before Miyamoto Musashi days are around him.
Man, they still doing that shit now. What are you talking about?
Right. This isn't something that's
Oh yeah,
unique
damn.
to any particular region of the world, man. This isn't. It's actually a recent. I've explained it before, man. It's a recent occurrence in modern history, like really post 1900s, that you get to the point that we're at today, where we're like, okay, well, 16 and 18 is the age of, consent.
Well,
So
in some places it's as low as 15. I mean, you go to South America,
shit,
it's as low as 14 or 15. It's because it goes back to the
in Japan,
the
it's
19th
12.
century.
I mean, in the state where Art's from, it used to be 14.
That's forced merge.
Like
And I mean,
16.
there are
In
many.
Spain,
There are
it
many.
was 13.
Because
I mean, in Spain, it was like, hold up, PK. I remember in Spain, it was 13 up until like they passed, until law came into effect in 2005, where they raised it to 16.
There are many countries I mean, like Japan just recently got, I mean, like, honestly, I think some Japanese motherfucker must have been listening to us months ago when I talked about this. But let's be clear, in many countries across this fucking earth, this isn't something that's, that is limited to just the United States or Japan or China or anywhere, really. We just got to be clear about this, man. Like, age of consent laws it wasn't really a thing, bro. It wasn't really a thing until like the late 1900s. We're really the 1900s in general. That's when that shit started happening. Like, age of consent laws are a recent affair. And then, like, when you
Age of
start
consent laws go back to the 19th century. You go back like pre-Civil War years, because I mean the South, and like in the South, like you guys mentioned earlier, it was like age of consent was regarding white men's access to non-black women. That's what it was about. But they had anti-miscegenation laws to curtail black men's access to non-black women.
I don't think it was that like that.
Was it?
No.
Age of consent laws was for girls to graduate high school.
Yeah.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with
miscegenation was that in the South you had a larger number of blacks than whites. So guess what Mrs. Jenkins gonna do? Mrs. Jenkins gonna get her a little bit of a piece of the rock. So the white people knew if they never had miscegenation laws about 100 years ago, this country would be awfully brown.
Who remembers the story of Jack Johnson?
And that's why they made that trafficking laws for him.
I mean, it's still relevant.
Chuck Berry got busted once.
It's still relevant, and it's relevant in a historical sense, because it does tie into how we got trafficking laws. Yeah, for sure. But when you start to talk about age of consent, like this is something that specifically came out of Europe. It did. It came out of Europe, and then it came to America, and that's just how it went, bro. Like, because no, how do I put this? It's actually backwards. It came out of America and went to the rest of the world. That's how it spread. Age of consent laws really weren't a hard and fast stop gap until the 1900s period. It just wasn't. So I mean, like, you can look across everywhere. Like, you can look across really the world. There's nowhere in the world that was pretty strict on.
Well, in Africa, a lot of these countries, the age of consent laws came as a result of colonialism. They date back to colonialism.
Man,
they never knew the concept of age.
All I know is, man, around that age, I'm like, motherfucker, I can still smell the infamil off your ass. You so young.
But you got to remember culturally that, number one, we're thinking of it from a very, very modern standpoint. All of our asses would have been married 200 years ago.
Or dead.
Some of us would have died by then.
Yeah, or dead. Yeah.
Or dead.
Died leaving behind widows and children.
I mean, look at a guy back in the 80s at 41, and look at me, and there's a world of difference. That motherfucker had like You know, he looked like the dad from 227 at 20. So.
Well, to be fair, the kids at that fucking 10 and 12 were built like potentially young men. I mean, they were built like men, really. You know what I mean? And I don't mean in the
They had to
sense
grow up
that
quick.
they were built like you, but these motherfuckers has beards and shit. You know what I mean? Like these motherfuckers
No, they
going
had
out
peach
to
fuzzies.
work in
Some of them
coal
started
mines
for
and shit.
a lot of
Working
us
on the
didn't get.
field.
Yeah, but let's not forget, like a lot of Gen Xers, they didn't start sprouting mustache until their late teens.
Like, guess what? I got to take care of my family. How many people in your family? Well, I got 2 kids. How old are you? 16.
Wow.
I mean, where I was from, it was like originally where I'm from is like you got married at 20, but the girls were married off by the time they were 14, 15.
Well, it's much like BGS says. It was around puberty for most of human history. It's a recent conception that women aren't. And I'm not trying to justify.
17.
I'm not trying to justify. I'm just explaining history now.
But now,
nobody said you were just trying to justify anything.
Yeah. So,
but now
it just was what it was.
Now bitches are trying to say, I'm 43 and I'm right. I'm even better than I was at 23. In whose eyes? Like, I'm even better. I know my worth. Bitch, you got 4 kids. Your
worth is way low.
I said, you got so many kids and so many fathers. Your whole family look like the League of Nations. Like, God damn. Like, God
she got 4 kids by 7 men.
I mean, you talk about the Rainbow Coalition in that motherfucker. And they like,
no, that looks more like bricks, actually.
Like, shit.
When the past, by the time you were about 16, 17, you already had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You were starting family by that point. At least
even
in the 1900s, around 16, 17, you were, man or woman getting ready to have your first kid if you didn't already have them. You know,
was it Romeo and Juliet? It was like what, she was like 13, he was 15, according to Shakespeare.
Nah, Romeo and Juliet. Are you talking about legally or just period?
No, the Shakespeare play.
Oh, okay.
The characters. They were like 13, 15, but Romeo and Juliet law.
I mean, let's get it fucked up for a minute. Is that once upon a time, women were married for years. Like, if you look at my great uncle and my great aunt, they were both married at 15 and stayed married for 55 years. And you're talking about, well, probably longer. You're talking about
so they're in the 70s.
70s, 80s. I mean, you talking about people told she had to bury him the way you're supposed to do it. You got to talk about it. Like, look at the difference in culture. Bitches are very defiant and don't want to get married. And you know what niggas do? Niggas acquiesce to the system. Okay, you don't want to get married? Okay. I'll just buy my game, get my car, get to work. Y'all not marrying us. We'll be
get
out of the
plenty
deal.
Of fishes accounts. Get a Tinder account.
What is there to marry?
Exactly.
What is there to marry? Exactly. I mean, just recently, I just met a acquaintance of mine. She's in her 70s. She just got remarried herself. Her husband passed away like a couple years ago.
I don't recommend any man get married in today's day and age above a certain age.
Where they're old and geriatric here.
Don't get married in the United States or Europe.
In Scandinavia, you're okay because they don't have alimony up here. But they do have child support, but it's not ridiculous.
Oh,
have you guys? No, child support is not as insane as you guys think. Not to mention, they're not going to put you in jail if you fall behind.
Oh shit!
Instead, no, PK. We have small ass populations out here, and to incarcerate a guy for that's counterproductive.
No, I'm just saying that's just interesting. I didn't know that.
Have you ever seen the documentary Divorce Core? Because they talk about the divorce laws in Sweden.
I don't know anything about the divorce laws in most other countries.
No, there's a see, that's your problem because you have to understand.
He's not disagreeing with you, Naima.
Yeah. I'm not saying he is. I'm just giving him some resources to look up. That's all. But yeah, I get what he's saying. But then again, let's not forget the guy is. Wait, how many drinks have you had so far, PK?
Just 1.5. That's it.
1.5.
Just 1.5.
It's a PK sober.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, so
mostly
it's a
sober
two.
right now. Yeah.
Oh, it's a drink and a
PK.
half minimum you're dealing with, huh? Okay. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
PK
Wait, what you
sober.
drinking?
Well, you don't know the
PK.
drinks that I pour. I pour big drinks, so
What we talking here?
big gulps, nigga. The big ones.
Gulps.
Yeah, the
So,
big
You know,
ones.
he gets the cups, the big gold cups, and he says, "You know what? I'm gonna just wing it on how much liquor it is."
so this is Negro
Wait.
Avatar.
Wait. Okay.
This is Negro Avatar, right?
I just want you guys to get along. No, because like, why is he here? Because I am. I ain't invited me. Katara, you gotta understand, it's my decision. I need to learn firebending. I mean, Katara, he do gotta learn fire for real. You can't learn firebending from somewhere else. You want me to get a campfire and learn? Maybe. You be doing too much. That's why your mama dead. Your mama dead too?
Damn.
And your daddy don't love you. So, and he sure ain't gonna love you now. You over here cooling with the appetite. Well, I don't have no parents, so why we gotta talk about who mama did? Like, nothing to say. Sorry, be honest. Just be honest. You want me, don't you? Ooh. Katara. You know what? Katara. Oh my God. Run a bit. Katara. Get her. That was uncalled for. I'm sorry, Zuko. I'm a light her on fire like rotisserie. No. Y'all just calm down. Grab her. Zuko, calm down. Zuko. She playing with me. I don't want Katara. Zuko. I never don't blow my fire out. Zuko, I know.
What type of Part A stupidity is that shit?
Ghetto Avatar. Oh my god.
Sounds about right.
Have you guys ever watched? There's a YouTube series called The Last Hoodbender. You ever check that out?
Nah, I ain't seen that one.
I don't know. Somebody sent me a link to that shit, and said my cousin sent a link to that shit, and I looked at that shit like, what the fuck is this?
Well,
The Last Hoodbender?
this is he just showed sounds homegrown. Like this is legit. Like that's real nigga shit. That's shit that actually happens.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what, the funniest shit that I've seen in a while was SSJ when they did the Brawley movie. Oh my god. They were like,
what movie?
The Brawley, the legendary Super Saiyan, and they were like, yeah, I came over here and I ate all this nigga food. He was like, yeah, swear to God, yeah, all the Bloods and Crips. This is a Vice Lord too. He was like, yeah, when they were fighting Brawley, right? And he was like, yeah, hey, you need any help? Yeah, let's jump this fool. And then you have Trunks and Gohan doing key blast, and they're like, fuck you.
That's funny.
They were like, oh my god, it's the bodybuilding Saiyan. Oh my god, he's gonna bench press you.
You heard what I said the other day about the 70s and 80s or whatever with all the doping?
Yeah.
Did you disagree with that?
I'll give you my opinion on it, right? Steroids been around since what, the 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
So steroids was just a supplement to bodybuilders and athletes. Just a supplement. They didn't abuse it like people are doing now. And a lot of shit people taking now, like Trend and I forget the other one. That's Trend.
Or like what's now coming out, like what came out like in the 2000s, the Clear.
Yeah.
Remember that?
So, yeah. So when you try this shit, this is what happens. Notice, how old is Schwarzenegger now?
He's in his
70s.
70s
How
now.
old is Stallone?
He's in his 70s, pushing
70, 80? Yeah.
So in other words, how can these motherfuckers live to geriatric age, but you get all these fucking modern fucking bodybuilders can't even make it past 30 or 40?
Well, how are they cycling on and off is the question.
And then I mean, look at Hulk Hogan. His birthday is what, August 11th, same as Maestro.
Oh yeah, you see what he looks like now
He
So
looks.
with
is
the
it?
with the cane and everything, walking because of the back injuries.
No, I
So
mean,
another.
he's doing better now because he doesn't even have it now. He just did that because he had surgery. But he looks
Yeah.
great. If you look at pro wrestlers from his era and look at the other ones, he looks fantastic. And you got to look at it. Hogan still works out, so does Stallone, so does Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
So here's the difference. A lot of those guys back then were religious about their cycles. They were religious, meaning they were
Strict
very
on it.
careful. These other guys have this conception, I gotta get big. Notice bodybuilding has its phases. You had the late 1800s where you get the guys, and thank God there was no steroids then because yes, human beings could look like fucking superheroes when you look at the some of those guys back then at the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Well, they were built different, to be fair.
They were
Jack
built.
what's his name? Some Hackenstash.
Jim Hackensmith.
They were literally built different. So
They were literally built. They probably had the testosterone of a fucking horse, of a Clydesdale horse.
Yeah, actually,
They were
actually, like we're not kidding here. Like actually,
they had the genetics and they had the training, so they knew how to work their bodies. Because then they also had the nutrition for that.
It's
That was
funny
different.
because if you look at if you look at the black community, have you looked at the guys actually starting to become smaller and the girls are getting bigger?
Yeah.
And the goal for this is like they cycled better. They didn't have this obsession to be ultra big. Like now we're in the era of mass monsters.
Yeah.
And they got the bubblegum bonanza with
You ain't
those
lying.
bodybuilders.
You ain't lying about that one.
There's a lot of guys in bodybuilding who should never have been there, and it's bad. And I think bodybuilding was at its zenith, at its high pinnacle when Frank Zane was champion. If you don't know who Frank Zane is, that's you want to talk about cut like Colombian dope. He's what a bodybuilder should look like, not this.
Wait, do you remember Serge Nobre?
Olivia or Sergio?
No, Serge Noble, the Black Panther.
Yeah.
Brother from France. Because the way he was cut and everything, how he was chiseled.
Yeah, and plus a lot of the shit that they take down, they don't even test it. They just keep shooting, and you could tell somebody who's triple dosing, double dosing,
quadruple dosing. It's just
abuse
it's just like somebody died recently.
And when you take it too much, because a lot of those guys never cycled off, and that's one of the main reasons they died of attacks and shit.
I think a couple of dudes I heard where their arms busted, where their biceps busted.
No, that was from synthol.
That's that.
That oil some people.
They inject oil in their biceps and shit. And you can see all the how to get bigger arms. Start working triceps.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Like I don't know, man. Steroids, bro.
Dude, we're not saying you should, nigga. I was just telling you what happened.
I'm just kidding.
Here's something funny. I've actually tried it. The steroids help you recover, yes.
Yeah.
If you think about it, when you're sick, what does the doctor prescribe to you?
Medication for that to treat the symptoms and the illness.
And a lot of times they're giving you what? Steroids, depending on your ailment. So steroids can help you with so many different things because remember, steroids is a Schedule 4 drug, meaning it has various medical uses.
Oh, that reminded me. Daniel Cormier was talking about in this clip of how he was pissed at John when he found out that he was taking steroids, and he's like, "Damn!" So if he didn't take that, now it's a wonder. Okay, would I would have beaten John Jones? And I'm like, I don't know about that.
But you're talking the second fight, or the first fight?
That's all.
Are you talking about the first fight or second fight, Ray?
Wait. All I was getting at is that like this was a prevalent issue back then, and this is why, you know, a lot of dudes were so fucking jacked. It isn't like, you know, it isn't like, you know, the essence of humanity has changed since then, motherfucker.
It's not.
Like, motherfuckers didn't get any more lazier than they were back then. Like, you still have
No,
bodybuilders. Like you see,
people,
and yes, yeah, you do have people that are lazy, like that in general.
people,
In the
people
general
back
sense,
then. Let's say during the Olympics of the '70s, the '80s, the '60s, it was a supplement. You'd be a damn fool
I
not to be on
mean,
it. You'd
most
be a
of the
damn
powerlifters
fool
and
not to
weightlifters
be.
back then.
You'd be a damn fool if you're West Germany, the East German fucking, women, who had backs like a goddamn fucking Christmas tree. You'd be a damn fool not to be on it. It's not prevalent because here's the point. Think of it as like a supplement, especially during that time. It's a supplement.
Yeah.
You still got to train. You still got to practice your sport. It's not going to give you that technical edge. It may give you some physicality, but steroids don't get you big muscles if you just eject a big ass. And no, you have to actually train, which is proper because you're pretty much taking it right there around the thigh, or the I forget the actual term,
I get
the
it.
lower quarter pound of the ass. Because if you do it in your ass,
The glutes.
The glutes, yeah, I forget which part, the lower part. You do it at a certain point, you're gonna fuck yourself up your nerves. So think of it as a supplement. Now
The way
you got
the way it was described to me is exactly as you're describing it, and I didn't go into detail, but I was trying to tell James S, I believe, is a dude. I mean, we've spoken before, but I don't speak to him often. But I was telling him, I'm like, dude, like this was a pretty prevalent thing. Like everyone was fucking they were taking steroids, like they were using it as if it were just a part of their workout regimen, bro. They were
it was a
doing this on
supplement.
top of just regularly working out. Like, of
It
course
was
they would
it
be
was.
superior.
I mean, you got to think about it. It's do you have people who are just genetically gifted? Like they're just previews to fucking human evolution. Yes, I call people like that Bo Jackson. You know, just for some odd god fucking reason, you could take his piss. He'll always come clean. He's just that gifted. God just blessed him. You look at LeBron. People, I've said this before. People got mad at me until they know this shit. LeBron's on PEDs. He's not on steroids, but he's on PEDs. The wear and tear problem for how long his career has been? Like damn near 20 years.
20 years already. He's got 20, going on 9,
20
19,
years.
20, 21.
And what's the average for the NBA? Yeah, people be like, yeah, he puts $5 million into his body. Yeah, what else does he put into his body with that $5 million?
Pause.
Pause. I mean, supplementation.
Oh, nigga, that was a great pause.
It was, yeah.
Like, well, we're talking about exercise, so fuck that pause. So,
It's about that time for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I guess I'll talk more about it tomorrow.
I do want to share this one real quick. This is funny for all the basketball heads out there.
Do you know the reason why Vince Carter always carried an EpiPen in his pocket, even during games? Well, he was actually so concerned about player safety that he wanted to always make sure he had a backup option in case his opponent was allergic to nuts. Do you?
Wow.
Hey, by the way, Charles.
I sent the funny link in the back to Art, like for dedicated to Charles.
Charles, you're
Yeah.
talking about East German athletes. Does the name Heidi Krieger come to mind?
What is this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she would later. She talked about the whole systematic doping system that was going on back in East Germany. Unfortunately, she would eventually transition, and now she lives her life as Andreas Krieger.
I mean, she would have to because she grew a dick though to take all that shit. But anyway,
Unironically, that is a side effect, not literally a dick.
It's not
but,
planned.
An extended
An
clip.
extended clip. And I
Oh,
mean,
it's
you
not.
got to realize
Oh,
something.
well.
Remember back in the '80s, they had this "Just Say No" campaign.
I
Man, we were
remember.
on so athletes. We were in so many fucking PEDs, but they're telling everybody, "Hey, we're the cleanest country." No, the fuck we're not.
I know.
The Olympics is an arms race without putting up arms.
Look at Icarus, the documentary.
Okay, like so, you look up bigger, stronger, faster. Look at Marion Jones. Marion Jones never needed fucking any PD. She would have smoked them anyway, not as fast as she did then, but she still would have smoked them bitches. Now look at her.
From Grace, I mean, what's his name? What's his name? Son Chambers.
Anytime your ex-husband, you and your current husband got banned.
Shit.
I mean, shit. Like people be like, "Well, LeBron's clean."
No, he ain't. He knows how to cycle off just in time.
That motherfucker just pisses purple. That's all.
Look at baseball. There's a documentary about that, about the doping system, about the doping problems in baseball, especially centering around Alex Rodriguez.
There's people who, even in pro wrestling, hey, we got the health and wellness coming up, but you're good because you bring us a lot of money. I mean, they test.
You remember the Iron Sheik with his doping problems? Sheik, we took a blood test and you took a drug test. And apparently you popped positive. Yes. The Sheik was positive. The Sheik no, Sheik. We don't mean that. We mean you tested positive for certain drugs. What about Hogan? What about Hogan? What about what about Randy Savage and everything? You know?
Oh, God damn it, pal. Well, they bring a lot of money to the company. Oh,
the Sheik bring much money for you too, Vince? What is wrong with you?
Well, you also popped cocaine. But Hogan loves his weed.
But Hogan, but how about Hacksaw smoke weed?
All right. It's time for me to go. My eyes are
All
tripping.
right. Good night.
Yeah, all right, y'all.
Later.
Peace, bro. Thank you, man.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Peace out, guys.
Yeah, peace out, y'all.
Stay so.